Good situation awareness there from Leshar. Oi! This is what I was talking about with the limbs, right?
Yeah, yeah. No wasted movements here from Leshar.
Oh,
yeah, the backdash.
These guys are flinging out everything and anything at this point. We need something to happen here, and a drive impact. He is going to build Labushka, so if he wants to take this round safely, I think he's fine, and he can just preserve the super meter anyway.
Yeah, I thought he was going to jail him in level 2. Oh, speaking of which, Raw. Leshar, don't try to combat that just to get out of harm's way, but he's going to finish the job regardless. Kakaru, the chance to go up 2-0. I wonder as a JP when you're up 2-0, this is when you really take more unnecessary risks. I mean, let's go.
You can do, but the game plan, or at least the neutral game plan, doesn't really change to kind of build that momentum and gain the advantage here. But Leshar, slowly but surely, he's trying to change things around here, but he's still struggling to get the control he wants and find that comfort.
Could have fooled me. I thought I'd be uncomfortable in this situation for sure.
Yo, Cerebral. What's up, Dan Jr.? Where you at 4 a.m.? I did a tweet about this. I got really sick, and I basically just got out of bed for the first time since the last stream.
We've been talking about that a lot.
And I took a shower, and now I'm here. So yeah, I'm barely with you guys.
Hakeem is in the building.
Rigo gonna build as much drive gauge as possible and possibly
Gute Besserung, ich danke dir. Magen-Darm, echt nicht so schön, ne?
And he's gonna exhaust all the options here.
Whoa!
And the double, shoulder
The
ball.
double, wow.
Game 2 here for Kakaru. And that's the thing. Even if you set up the safe jump, possibly,
Escalip's good to see you.
the mind game, and you're not going to really expect me to put all the chips down on the table, because I think there is a way to try and punish the level 1 in that scenario, but you have to be on point and laser focus. Remember, he's trying to close
Good to see you, Cerebral.
I just believe Kakaru's a big fan of shmups.
Versa, what's up? Good morning. I have not. I've watched Blaz versus Shuto, at least partially. I've seen it, but that's about it. We'll have to watch those again. Maybe like at the end, after Capcom Cup finishes, I'll go back and watch some of the matches again. We'll see.
Just shutting down in every aspect of this
We'll see how I feel after Capcom Cup. I'm really not sure if I should do the stream.
Oh, lasers.
That was beautiful. Absolutely.
We'll have to make a video on those. I assume so, yes.
Nice and easy. Kiss off the glass, and that puts
Versa. Ich liebe dich. Almost correct. Love you too.
Has any hope of an adaptation, he needs to do it in this round and take it step by step, because this is looking extremely bleak.
Absolutely. It's looking like a wash, I'm saying. Oh, no, this is Leshar we talking about. Yes, clutch. That is the goal.
I have to say, though, after seeing Leshar, like, it's actually kind of crazy seeing Leshar in winner's final, so he must have gotten out of his group in winner's side.
Not like that. Gonna get an execution error there, get the blocked uppercut, and Kakaru is gonna get that dominance.
I haven't even seen the day 3 results, just so you know.
Waiting, but he's gonna set up a departure, and then he's gonna make him suffer. Baited, he's done. I actually think he's done, and the Labushka's there, and this should actually be able to close it out with any scaling needed.
Definitely enough. Checkmate, and the crowd goes wild.
Wow. Dominated. Kakaru.
To the grand finals. Wow. Talk about a big bag imminent, but again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Now he has that chance, of course, comfortable with a 2-set advantage. Rocks with that, there it is. People love, you know what I love about the crowd, man? I don't got nothing to do with the match.
I'm so damn tired. Been awake since 3 a.m.
They love the
Silent Storm. It'd be like that sometimes.
Players really just trying to step the game up and put on a show for everybody that's here.
Well, we can safely say that he's got a minimum of 100,000 USD in the bank. But listen, he's not going for that. He's going for the big millie. Right there with Kakaru, and we're going to take a look back at the highlights of what happened here.
By the way, is there like an English stream?
Anything we put on this gameplay, there was little.
I mean, a Japanese stream. I've been wondering about the views on this.
Like I said, it's like as he got close to exactly what he needed to start gaining momentum and really build confidence.
Did you know you can do overhead into level 3?
So just took it away from him.
Yo, just straight up, man. Nobody can open up.
Of course,
That's
yeah.
pretty much the name of the game here throughout the week.
I mean, if you can do overhead into back fierce, you can do overhead into level 3, obviously.
Some ground playing the man, so Good stuff, man. I appreciate that.
I've had discussions about overhead into level 3 with Land. He was originally the one suggesting it, probably because he's seen it from Blaz. For sure, not a bad option. But I wonder if you get an overhead into in level 3, does it do more damage compared to just doing the full combo?
When you really want to hit him, you know.
I've had discussions with Land about this. I don't remember though what the outcome was.
It's in his own hands to try and get the run back because he does sit pretty in the losers final. We're actually going to take a quick look at the bracket right now. Kakeru has basically made
Noah was it winner semifinal.
There's only one more game he does before he seals the deal there. Hopefully he can close it out here for not only for himself but it's for his wife and the Japanese fans that are in.
Yo, after Blaz beat Noah the Prodigy 3. Oh, I missed that.
Semi-final match, but before that, I think we have to give special thanks to someone. Is that correct? I believe we have to give special thanks to someone. So we actually are going to have to take a look and give a quick thank to one of our sponsors here that make Capcom Cup 11 happen here, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about our Storm Collectibles because it is a figure designer and production company from Hong Kong.
There's 20,000. Yeah, I know. There's 20,000 on YouTube viewing it.
They bring the classic and iconic gaming characters
which
back to life.
I find interesting. On Twitch, it's only 12.8 thousand. What's up with that? What's up with the views? I guess they're separated across more channels on Twitch.
To the body, articulation,
a lot of people are watching on FPS Shaka. There's a Japanese stream as well. Let me see.
.hk. Do not forget that .hk at the end of it there.
And shout out to the merchant ambassadors with this fire pinball machine and air hockey. That's fire. Shout out to merchant ambassadors.
Yeah, so there is a Japanese version of the stream. So it's split in Japanese and the rest, which is interesting.
With the launch of our Street Fighter 2 line of tabletop arcade games in 2025.
Yo, Lamb, what's up?
Legendary fighting game series to life with iconic tabletop.
Yeah, last second stream. I barely made it, guys.
Available in various sizes and price points.
Did you see Takamura versus Shooter? I have not seen anything. I've not even seen day 3 results. Okay, guys. I've been in my bed, sick, up until right now. I got up, took a shower, and started the stream. Okay, I did not do anything since the last stream. Like literally, I haven't eaten anything since last stream.
Hit your friends with a punishing story you can in our Capcom Arcade Classic and Fighters.
So yeah,
dive into a robust collection of Street Fighter titles, including Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition and Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, and the fantastic arcade titles like Mega Man.
A real epic match.
Get hyped for the
tournament. Got to catch it later.
Test your skills and help support the children.
Yeah, Maximilian also has a bunch of views, right?
There, you can see it right there. Includes a 50% off coupon for Street Fighter 6 there. So yes, like we discussed moments ago, before we thanked our fantastic sponsors, we are transitioning over to the losers semi-finals, where we actually are going to see Angry Bird going up against Blaz here. Now, there's something you did want to share with the class.
Yes, 100%.
Talk to me.
So this is the thing, right? It's one thing to have one mind and you're dealing with everything with yourself in terms of like when you lost the match, you want to see what exactly you did wrong and stuff. The thing that I want to highlight the most is Blaz's father. I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. But when I want to talk about this guy being one of the best coaches and one of the best people to get you level-headed, he's just doing that with his son, which is kind of crazy. Like every single match that Blaz finishes, they always watching the tapes. Win or lose, they're already looking ahead in case who is it that they're going to play in case they do win one side of the bracket, just for the potential matchups that's going to be coming in. They are always studying the tape. So I think that's a pretty good look. I mean, you've seen how Blaz morale happened, raised, excuse me, after
absolutely, that's how you need to do it.
Confident ever since. He's just been swinging and blazing in here, so.
We'll definitely bring up that point in regards to Blaz and Kakeru shortly. But listen, father-son, the camaraderie is there.
Fire.
So we're going to have to take a look at that. But yes, we will actually talk about that match very, very shortly and go into the finer details. But what we are going to do, I have been told by my voice of reason, we're going to take a short break. But when we come back, it will be loser semi-final with Angry Bird going up against Blaz.
Let's go. Okay. How long has this been running? Since like 6 hours at this point, right? More than 6. These fucking short breaks have been killing me. It'd be like that, you know? It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, 6.5 hours at this point, approximately.
Where dreams become reality.
Who do you think has this? I mean, my number one pick was Angry Bird, right? And he's the only one still in the tournament, so from the picks that I had.
Monster Hunter Bridge.
What is Monster Hunter Bridge? Yeah, I need to check day 3 results still. Did Angry Bird start from winner's side or loser's side in top 16? Maybe I should just look it up. He was in winners, but lost to Juicy Joe. Oh wow, interesting. Wow, my PC is barely hanging. Oh my god, what is going on? Yeah, I did see Juicy Joe versus Angry Bird in loser side. I actually did see that. Let me try to catch up a little bit at least. Yo, Milton Swore, what's up? Are you up to current? Don't want to say spoilers. I really haven't seen anything, Milton. It's very unfortunate because I got so sick. But I mean, spoilers at this point are basically unavoidable. So I'll just look up at least who finished out of the group stages. So Takamura and Phenom made it out. Punk eliminated. Wow. Interesting that Takamura and Phenom made it out of the group. Punk only finishing in 4th place in his group. Oh wow, I just realized Salty Kid, after winning his first 2 matches, actually lost the next 3 matches. Yeah, Javi M is the same thing. He started strong, but then couldn't keep it up. Wow, if Zangief Bolado had not lost to Halibel, he would have finished in potentially 1st place in his group. Nah, it's second place probably. Showdown finished last in his group. Blaz beat everyone in his group, everyone. 5-0. I gotta look up all of the matches from Blaz again. Fudo beat everyone and Mena RD made it out as well. Big Bird could not make it out. Shed and Leshar made it out. And Juicy Joe made it out in winner's side. Shanghai only in second place. But that group, like Group G, was incredibly close. Everyone in that group has at least 2 wins. Insane. And Kusanagi didn't win a single match. Kusanagi went 0-5. How disappointing is that? He qualified by winning a premier event. That's insane. Jimmy missed out on a Blaz masterclass. Yeah, unfortunately. Sad that Kusanagi was winless, but Blaz is crazy good, rooting for him. I don't want to watch the entire bracket. I just we'll go over the matches later on again. How about that? Don't you honestly think that JP is uber OP? I mean, if he was that OP, more people would be playing him, right? Yes, it's good to see you, by the way. I don't think they're going to be nerfing a character just because one guy is doing well with him, while another guy, Kusanagi, did not win a single match at Capcom Cup. 0-5. So he just like me, Kusanagi just like me for real. Yo, Uppus, what's up? Shoemaker. Heart says Blaz, head says bird. Heart says Blaz, head says bird. Yeah. For me, it's the same.
Next location is Osaka.
Kyle beat Knuckle and popped off. Yeah, Angry Bird vs. Blaz is next. Should be a good one. Salvatore didn't make it, but I'm proud of him. He beat Punk 2-0. He did it incredibly well. Kusanagi big brain knowing we can't have 2 Ryus shining. I hate when people see a character win, they automatically say they are OP. It's so dumb. For sure, yeah. Last play is super solid, stays ground the whole time. Just been outplaying everybody. Except Kakaroo, of course. Who did Blaz lose to? I mean, I guess we can check it out later on. Or should I check it? Let me just check it.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the continuation. And we almost at the final curtain call of the Capcom Cup 11 and counting for sure. We are back, IFC Yipes and Jammers. We are about to guide you into this losers semifinal match, which, and it's kind of funny because it comes with the lore. Who started it all with the Street Fighter side of things? Ken and Ryu possibly. Angry Bird.
Yeah, Kakaroo beat Blaz.
That's going to be a banger moving forward here to see who earns that right to go up into the losers finals against Leshar.
Well, there is going to be $1 million question regarding the Shotokan characters, but we'll get into that in a moment. Listen,
I'm kind of happy,
thank you so much
like,
for
Blaz is
sticking
also
with us from
struggling
start
with
to
the
finish, but
match.
I know you guys want to find out who that $1 million champion will be, so hey, stick it on out, ride it on out. I know some of the guys...
Yeah, I also think, like, Kakaroo, I mean, I can't see anybody winning 6 matches at this point against Kakaroo.
We are at Angry Bird.
Even Angry Bird, I don't think will do that, but who knows? We'll see.
Top 16 winners match. Blaz falling by the way.
You know what that means? If Kakaroo wins this, then Kakaroo will be the second person. No, he'll have the second tournament with a huge prize pool under his belt for Street Fighter.
Are we going to see the Akuma? We've seen Blaz.
Didn't he win like $250,000 or so? At this one tournament.
He should have swapped over to Ryu because he's brimming with confidence with Ryu, so I thought he should have given it a little go, see if he can change the result in that regard. But ever since then, he's been riding pretty high with these results.
We was talking about it in the green room.
Yeah, the Gamer 8 Invitational, exactly.
In terms of the questionable matchup would be Akuma,
oh, it's 400K even. Some people are saying 600. Wow. So he's basically, he'd be at 1.5 million approximately in earnings just from 2 tournaments.
The thing is, Akuma's the Shoto, I'm not
That's insane.
confident in saying, yeah, Ryu, I can see it, or watch a couple of matches go, yeah, Ryu destroys the hell out of Akuma, right? Just because of the arsenal, the array of options he has. But then just how magnificent Blaz has been throughout the tournament, throughout the group stages.
What did he just say? Ryu destroys Akuma? Did he just say that?
And it's like a complete Ryu in any matchup you put him in, because again, you are playing a character matchup, and you can talk about this with a lot of the top players, right? It's almost as if
did he just say that?
Character matchup, and it's 70% the player matchup. In Street Fighter 5, it was basically roles reversed. So if you are struggling in certain aspects, the drive system facilitates that. It will help you.
Yeah, life-changing money for sure.
A little bit of legwork you still have to do. You can't be completely lazy.
But regardless, we are back in the Bodega and Laundromat with this one.
This competition is live, yes, Manga Chasers.
Good to see you. We're getting closer and closer, but you know what? Hey, they got a little change, but again, it's not about the money.
The winner gets $1 million.
We'll be going with the Akuma
Manga Chasers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Capcom Cup.
Well, it is a button check at the moment. I'm really impressed by how unfazed
What's the payout?
this young lad is right now. Listen, maybe he
At
is
Capcom Cup?
maybe he hasn't
Winner
quite
1 million.
realized.
Second place, I think 100K. So going from first to second, you lose $900,000 US in earnings.
He knows that $1 million's a big number, but I don't know how much he realizes that will be life-changing.
Like, Grand Finals is essentially a $900,000 money match.
Listen, we were all 15 at one point. If you haven't turned 15 yet, you'll get there eventually.
God bless, for sure.
You know?
What does a kid do with $1 million, man? Well, first and foremost,
Yeah, Kakaroo already guaranteed 100K.
Oh, that man is hitting you with the blueprints.
Taxing wings should be a crime.
But you know what? That's here no there. We're going to open up this match. Losers semifinals.
MES, thanks for the follow. Let's go, Blaz versus Angry Bird. That's going to be a good one.
I want to see how Blaz is going to handle and withheld the storm of Angry Bird's pace. Because his Akuma is pretty damn quick when he wants it to be. But I like that Blaz doesn't really over-rely on Hoshigeki sometimes. He uses it in very specific situations. I like it on knockdown pressure.
Love Angry Bird's defense. I mean, it's not showing here, but it is very well versed in terms of jumping away from throw attempts.
Oh, optimal.
Already. That was like 35% there, Yipes.
Absolutely. That is a glass cannon we're dealing with. Did not recover in time. I swear it looks like a head, but wow, I like that. Just get out of the corner. That was smart.
So there is a combo Akuma can actually do, but it's very expensive for the side swap, so that's the safer one to do.
Okay. Right on. Hell yeah, this is expensive decision making. A lot of write-offs here. Angry Bird is definitely in trouble trying to score that knockdown with the easy throw.
Oh, wow, just a hard punch to anti-air him.
Choice there, Blaz.
Do you know what it is for me when I watch Blaz?
Sure.
It's kind of like this quiet confidence.
Jimmy, do you think I'd be able to get a hit once?
No, I got you.
Of course you would.
He uses stand fist as a wall. It's like a special cancelable, but it's like if you can't get past this stand fist, you're going to struggle so
You think
much
that's the difficult part?
Yeah, it's like a beautiful check too, because Angry Bird's just not going to give up ground. So obviously he will look for a whip punish on a low forward. Stand fist is definitely the standard here for Blaz. There it is, looking for the technical or the stand jab. I'll take that bottom brick, police.
See, and like we said before, Angry Bird never afraid to put himself out in burnout. He'll do that on his own volition there, and I think he can actually close out the round, and he will cancel the EX Adamant Flame into the Super Art 3, and we should be good. Oi, maybe not.
No way.
Oh my God, perfect parry.
Get the hell up out of here. Oh, he pressed buzz. He tried to challenge him. He did have enough life, but if he confirmed that,
oh man.
Spending all that cash, but at least he got the level 3 going into the next round.
I think if Angry Bird did a double drive rush cancel combo, I think he would have actually taken the round there earlier, but he's good regardless. They're going to get the Demon Guillotine there and then throw Blaz across the full screen, and we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Like how he sized that up too. At the highest of levels, Angry Bird. Okay, of course, again, we highlighted he's not scared of the burnout. Mid-screen as well, so there ain't much to worry about. The dive kick to snipe out the plasma.
Watch out now. Yeah, he tried to get a cancel into the Hashigeki, but the stand light kick did not connect there. And there's a Shoryuken. If he hits him now, he's done. If he hits him with a heavy, he's done.
Man, hit the brakes with the Chocolatitas. Okay, there it is. One hit away for both of these guys. Who's going to take the lead?
Good EX air fireball there, just to kind of halt his momentum, landing on the ground here. But Blaz is looking to take this one out.
Oh, wow. Great jump right there.
But that's a common scenario in the corner when your opponent's on their last legs. You don't block, you don't neutral jump, you forward jump, and most people panic.
And everybody holding back. It ain't going to cross up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can walk under and try and challenge it, but
for sure.
That wasn't what Angry Bird was thinking about at the time there. And what a perfect parry conversion into the heavy Tatsu there in the corner.
That's right. Time to hit him with the ringer. Throw. We're going to do it again. Get the hell up off of me. That was for the ancestors.
I don't think many people have blocked those today. Not from Blaz.
Everybody's in that nice little flow chart of a throw loop. Everybody should be doing it. There it is. What is going to be the next set of offense? I love how he kills Spain. So that's a meaty for sure from what I'm seeing here from Angry Bird. No punish.
You know what? I understand. The no context sweep. He needed something to happen and change.
Yeah, you had to get a lot right there, Blaz.
Beautiful anti-air. The Shoryuken. The logo is in. Okay, good defense on the overhead as well.
Great throw.
Angry Bird just trying to get out of that punish counter state from that close.
There you go. EX Hashigeki again. Burns himself out, does Angry Bird. He's got a level 2 to help himself. It's very difficult to stun Angry Bird. And
as soon as you speak, the birdies is out. No pun intended.
Oh, listen. That is...
Wow, perfect KO.
It's been a long time since I've seen Angry Bird stunned. It's been a very long time, and you were with me a couple of months ago.
For 2 weeks, we said. Here we go. Nice, caught him walking, man. I'm sure Blaz was looking for that whip punish, but a little too close for comfort. Get up off of me for the logo.
No. Oh, and he didn't wait. He done that too early.
He's going to do it early enough while he tried to go for the gusto. What a bait!
Wow, wow, what?
Blaz goes up 2-0. Full control here. It's not dead. Oh, wow.
That's why I stayed quiet for a change. Angry Bird can still nick this, by the way. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got to cancel. He's got to cancel. And he didn't get it. It was too
Oh, wow. Wow, Blaz actually jumping.
To the situation, because you might as well hold up anyway. If you combo into Simba Calamity, it's just going to combo it. If not, got a little bit too greedy there. 2-0 down is Angry Bird.
Man, and he locked in immediately to Akuma. I figured it'd change up. But
wow, amazing, Blaz.
Angry Bird is down 2-0. This is crucial here for Blaz. A nice whip punish to get the party started. The technical, great defense. Oh, big damage. Yes. We were saying that earlier.
Wow, what?
To avoid throws with a jump back. They're going to have to switch up on the offense, okay? Wisely chooses to drive reversal to keep the pressure going in the corner. The DP.
Nice challenge there with the high blade kick from Blaz, and the air-to-air cancelled into the Tatsu. This is looking extremely good here for Blaz. Real estate to work with.
What?
With the grab against the drive impact. Angry Bird was hoping for a bun to come out because he needed to pull something out of the hat, but it didn't quite work out.
Man, we sure this kid is 15. He's playing like a 40-year-old.
He just did that on reaction.
It should say.
Wow, wow. Angry Bird is looking like an absolute beginner right now.
Ouch.
Oh my God.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, that's
no,
gonna hurt.
You're done. Please no.
Oh, that's good. That should have been it.
Okay, we got another chance at life here. Angry Bird. Wow, are we that aware?
Yes, we are. So is Angry Bird, and he needs to find a lifeline to keep himself in this match here.
Oh, good block. I got opened up.
He blocked. It's fine. That's completely fine. Oh, wait.
Oh!
And he's exhausted all his options. Angry Bird. Oh, man, bro. He's got nothing left in the tank. Yipes.
No, not like this. And a DP.
Oh, and that's it. Blaz 3-0ing him. What?
Okay, I expected it to be a good match, but not to say that was BA, but I'm not going to finish the rest of the crowd. Is loving it. It's a new crowd favorite here. And he knows what's at stake. Pretty much has a big bag already, but he's not done.
It's not Ryu. The reason why he's so successful right now is not Ryu. Blaz is just playing completely insane.
Next set of matches down the line.
Well, that was an emphatic performance from our young 15-year-old here, and I got to say that was straight shooting. He did not miss a beat. Very strange, I got to say, uncharacteristic. I don't normally see it. He was super confident, burned himself out with the offensive drive reversal and having all of that real estate to work with there. But I think the big question that I think Blaz was looking at was how Angry Bird was trying to fight back. You know what? I understand him going for the demon every so often, but let's not forget, Raging Demon's the weakest he's ever been in a Street Fighter game. And he did try to get an opportunity to come back in, but Blaz did jump it. And then the next one, he tried to actually catch a Denjin store with the demon there, but I think it actually stopped right in his face. Yeah. I think that's what happened.
Definitely. No, that's the call.
Yeah, it was. I think it would have killed him.
I mean, it was a good read.
That throw was just absolute insanity.
Blaz. We got more tapes to watch. I'm sure his father is enjoying this. Don't cry.
Yeah, Manga Chaser. Now you can hear me. My bad. What was your question earlier? Sometimes I forget that the microphone is muted by default on TikTok. I guess I gotta change some settings for this to work a little bit more consistently for me. So yes, the competition is live.
It's only gonna have to be by a tap that gets him out of this state. If you're not doing that, then literally he's locked in, and that's what he's been doing there. But you can tell just by the gameplay.
I'm probably not going to be playing today.
He's having a great time.
I'm happy if I can make it through.
He's been watching maybe for a little while, maybe not too long, but he's
Blaz is unreal. Yep.
But we are looking at the losers.
Shuto versus Blaz was really close.
Leshar,
but man, Angry Bird looked like a beginner.
Losers round 3. He has just been going through the competition and dominating right here. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys are going to be looking at this, myself and Yipes have to make a quick departure.
Land, I was thinking the same thing. When he did the medium punch, he could have confirmed with the crouching medium kick.
Because we're going to be doing that in the crowd here.
Leshar versus Blaz. Only 2 more matches, guys, and that's going to be it. Top 3. Ryu is top 3 right now. Isn't that insane? Now, this is something I'm really interested in, because so far I've been thinking this match is difficult for Ryu. So I want to see what Blaz is going to be doing here.
Good, man. We had, the little speed racetrack star type switch out. Always big love to IFC Yipes and Jammers holding us down. But yes, indeed, we are here for losers finals. And there's going to be grand finals to follow. Leshar versus Blaz. My goodness, bro, Blaz looking unstoppable right now. The combination of the youth along with the experience and wisdom of his father, right? They've been constantly going over copious amounts of match footage in between every single match. And you can see it like 3-0. I haven't seen Angry Bird lose like that, and I don't even remember when, maybe ever.
On the grandest stage too, in his debut appearance into the Capcom Cup.
And remember, like Blaz says, he spends most of his time analyzing, right? And Blaz has like double the playtime that I have in Street Fighter 6. So if we take in like the amount of experience from the analysis as well, like, that's something I'm never be able to I'm never going to be able to compete with that.
Like, this is ridiculous right now. Yeah.
Do you think you're good enough to be in that competition? I was in that competition 2 years ago. Manga Chasers. I qualified for Capcom Cup 2 years ago.
You already know what it is. Ryu, go, geek on.
Here we get started. Blaz off of a real big hot streak already. The big error coming in from Leshar. Doesn't face any really big charges against him, though.
And now we're going to establish that, of course, Leshar is going to look to nullify any of the fireballs he can, whether it be with parry, flicker, the startup of his own fireball.
I'm going to be competing every year.
It's going to be the ultimate test right now for Blaz, right? With the amount of control that Leshar
We'll see
has,
if we can make it work
and also the damage
within the next couple of years again. Qualifying is very, very difficult.
Really in a tough spot, especially as he gets towards the corner.
Now Blaz trapped in this
See,
corner.
Blaz is not doing so well in this match right here.
You can see that stand medium kick is just so difficult to deal with.
Why did he not complete the combo? That didn't make any sense.
Very slim chances. Okay, Leshar locks it down at least with that spark. Checking that drive rush from 3-4 to the screen. As we had mentioned, you don't want to give this kid any sort of chances that he's already proven that point in the previous game.
And Ed is one of the best characters at combating the fireball drive rush because he's able to nullify the fireball and then send it behind it, which is what we saw there. Leshar already off to a hot start in the second round as well.
And you were the one to kind of point that out. Blaz has been very, very on point with punishing with those sweeps on those max ranges.
It's automatic, man. It feels like every time there's a button in front of him and he's in sweep range, or even calling out the charge flicker in the process. And yes, you could abuse sweep a little bit more when the opponent's at burn out, right? Much tougher to punish.
Knocking on the door just a little bit, chipping away.
Oh, wow.
Leshar. Overhead does connect. Drive reversal had to do it.
Yeah, good stuff from Leshar. He committed to it as soon as he blocked the cross medium
Are
kick,
you
but he
kidding me?
Wow.
on the flicker. This man, my goodness.
How often have you seen a perfect parry on the flickers, even like all week, right? Not too often.
Absolutely, there's so much
Go,
variation
Toron,
from
let's
the
get
timing
video.
that you can let go of flicker. Getting a
Finish
perfect
the
parry
Zane
on
of
that is
TikTok.
nonsense.
Oh. But no game being played on the psychological level. Blaz, he's been very direct with his communication. I want this damage and I want it now.
Jimmy, interview with Blaz.
What's the drive gauge on a magic pixel? Is Blaz gonna go at it? Oh, he jumps
Oh, man.
Leshar trying to wake up with the flicker. Blaz completely thwarting that. Jumps to level 3 as well. What a message to send.
Wow. Wow, Blaz.
Saw the level 3 startup. He shook his head. I repeat, if he saw the player cam, he closed his eyes, shook his head. He's like, nope, you ain't getting me with that, playboy.
Not today. You're gonna have to dig deeper in the playbook to open up this 15-year-old from Chile. Leshar, of course, getting the punish counter early now. Already setting the tone with a flicker. Let's go to the Kahuna.
Great defense thus far from Leshar. Not falling bait or victim to any of the frame traps that will too. Okay. Not necessarily a frame trap. There have been a lot of like delayed sequences that Blaz has to check opponents with that back roundhouse as well, but Leshar's done a great job.
Wow, good DP.
Blaz has a unique timing to a lot of his sequences that has been frustrating players all throughout the tournament because he has achieved great success doing so.
Oh, he really wanted to be. He wanted to do the back hard kick, by the way. He wanted to do the back hard kick punish.
Side, but we don't need to figure that out. Hashogeki.
I believe you are correct. I assume it was the back roundhouse. He just ended up getting Tatsu out of it, and look at the reactions on him. The charge flicker, the startup of the fireball. If you are in sweep range, you are getting the broom.
And we haven't seen that against any of Leshar's matches, really. Like any of the opponents that we've seen, we haven't seen it often. If we did see it, it's very, very few and far between.
Speed. Always good at recognizing when it's not a safe jump, and he caught him reaching this time. Leshar, though, doesn't want to press the advantage. We've seen Blaz be very liberal with the wake-up ODDPs from time to time. And now outspacing the sweep.
Yeah, but Leshar now in a much better spot.
Snipe out towards the ankles. Leshar getting around on the board, trying to tie it up here. He's got 3 bars to his name. We do get the blitz. The fake out into the immediate low. A throw now after the spark.
Managed to get out, but never for free.
One more hit is all it takes for Leshar.
You go, waiting for a normal. Leshar pumping the brakes just ever so slightly.
Oh, great punish.
Blaz, yeah, he inched forward a little bit and then went back into the corner, baited Leshar into the crouch heavy kick.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Waking up with the level 3 again. Very strange, I think.
That's
Leshar,
it.
He had a lot of life to play with, but now all of that life is depleted.
Wow, 2-0 just because Leshar is like playing like a madman right there with the level 3s.
A flawless 2. Well, not necessarily flawless. Let me fix my face on that one. What a rebuttal he has been making his rounds and calling Leshar's desperate attempts and trying to get these really, really big moments with his level 3s.
Indeed, man. Leshar already back against the ropes here in Losers Finals 2. Oh, no, and the flicker is errant. Blaz here, he's got the corner control. Looking like the new
Yeah,
kid on
Manga
the block.
Chaser.
This is truly
I'm
the most
using
marvelous
hitbox.
standstill we'd ever have.
I can play on all big 3 input devices. Wow.
Jumping fierce.
Oh my, he is dead again, Vicious.
Why did he? How did he follow up with crouching fierce after the jump in? Like he committed to that. Like he knew that was going to hit.
Are so high in the crowd, the Golden Finger reacts with
Great
a drive
bait.
impact of his own.
Yeah, Leshar not committing to the full sequence of the fireball, right? Just the first part. Baited Blaz into DI, and he got him back. Now Leshar, he's made this corner work for himself a little bit, but it's been a real quick switch. Blaz has been able to escape a lot of the time and put him in the corner himself.
Oh,
no, that one was the empty
oh,
save jump.
what?
Oh, the objective is to get the bird out. He sure does accomplish just that. Leshar still sitting on 3 bars. I like that standing light kick into the. Oh,
No, he can counter level 3. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, he needed to delay it a little bit more. Just use level 2, my man, Blaz. We're much safer level 2.
Access to a DI, and he's gonna hit it. And Blaz, just like that, charge up the Shogeki.
Is that gonna kill?
Because kid,
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has super. Wow. Wow.
Who would have thought? We have the run back of the year coming up next. Blaz eliminating Leshar.
Absolutely insane.
Claim redemption against the man who put him into losers in the first place.
Oh my goodness, bro. Can you believe it? Kakeru has been the only person this entire tournament that has made Blaz bleed.
For 1 million, yep.
Undefeated in the group stage,
$900,000 money
one
match.
that has been able to touch him. And we're going to see if Blaz has figured out enough. We talked about it. Copious amounts of footage that has been watched, but we'll get to that shortly after the replays. Right now, Leshar doing a great job. He established that fireball early. We talked about it. But after that one check, after that one fireball drive rush got checked, I don't think we ever saw that again. Blaz was like, yeah, that's right. Ed's pretty good at stopping that. I'll just switch up to everything else that I'm good at.
Man, in his reads too, you can see him shake his head. In that exact moment, he's had so many intelligent calculations against what the opponents have been trying to do. But more impressively, man, his bravery as to when to walk forward, his spacing too, trying to bait out the opponents has been so on point. So many interesting decisions there from Leshar to go for that level 3, man. To me, from my outside opinion, I genuinely sense desperation.
Yeah,
What do you think
really
about this
feels
kid,
like
Jimmy?
He felt the heat, right? Like it's
Literal
funny because
god.
Blaz is not ultra aggressive. Like in terms of like just trying to smother you, he's not a Noah type. He's a tad different. And even with that, you just feel the immense pressure, like that he's gonna just suffocate you, and you gotta do something to get him off. And because of that, he tried to wake up with the level 3, but he just stuffs it every time. Blaz staying one step ahead throughout the tournament.
And it's been absolutely wild. Since his venture down into loser's bracket by Kakeru, he's been doing immense work. He 3-0'd Sien. He actually went 3-2 in Shudo as we were watching that backstage, extremely close. Then followed suit. He hasn't been touched since. He took down Noah the Prodigy, 3-0. Angry Bird, 3-0, adding another one to the belt.
Wow, man. So we're gonna get back at it.
But I have to say, I don't see Blaz taking down Kakeru at this point, you know. But I'd be super happy. I'd be the most happy if he could actually do that. But
the future is now the present.
I have a suspicion it's not going to happen.
A brand new millionaire here in the world of not only just Street Fighter 6, but for the entirety of the FGC.
Blaz played Kakeru with Akuma and Ken, not with Ryu.
With his current
I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know, right?
They might have overlooked them. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think a lot of people overlooked
absolutely.
them. Myself included. I will be very transparent with that because there's just so many people to root for, right? 100%. Historically, with all the data we've seen, how often we have seen them in those grand final stages, and just just based off of our research.
Absolutely.
I genuinely.
Blaz didn't seem confident in the JP matchup because it's not an easy matchup. That's why.
Right,
it's that easy.
Put it on for Chile, to say the least. And Blaz, and we've talked about it, right? Him and his father have been going over copious amounts of match footage constantly. between every single match. They're reviewing the tapes. They're trying to see what worked, what didn't, and now Blaz is back.
I mean, it's Kakeru, so you have the best JP in the world, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we've had discussions for so long about JP simply being very difficult for Ryu. It doesn't matter much because you don't often see the matchup anymore, right? But imagine you're prepared with Ryu and then, like, grand finals, you have to play a JP. Yeah, even if he doesn't beat Kakeru, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a legendary run for sure. And I think it puts not just Ryu more on the board, but Blaz himself. As I said, I don't think it's Ryu that's doing the work. Blaz is just unbelievably well prepared in all those matches.
I think it is. I think the
dungeon charges, I'm going to prioritize that a lot more in the future.
I'm loving this. I really do enjoy
How much does the winner make?
I'm glad that he's
The
doing
winner
it
of this tournament makes $1 million.
The stock value is only going to rise up, my man. I'll tell you what. But as it stands right now, we are getting ourselves ready to reintroduce ourselves.
Jimmy immediately downplaying Broken Ryu. Yeah, Manga Chasers, but only first place. Like, second place, it's already only 100,000. So, yeah. I thought they wanted to show ads. What happened? And third, 50K, right? It's actually such a slap in the face. Imagine making third place at Capcom Cup and only getting 50K. You can't blame your character now, Jimmy. When was the last time I blamed my losses on Ryu not being viable? I mean, Kusanagi got 0-5, okay? Imagine Blast didn't exist and we only had Kusanagi.
The top player is
Angry Bird broke the cameras. What do you mean? Ryu's mid, this kid is a mid. Yeah, like, Chris, I would have to agree on that. I don't think it's Ryu that is the deciding factor. The plays from Blaz have just been so on point. So you can see the preparation that is going into the play of Blaz, you know? The preparation is 100% there. And he's spending a more enormous amount of time preparing and also playing. As I said, like, we checked out Blaz's main account. He has approximately double the playtime that I have. And if he says, if that's actually true what he says, that most of his time is actually spent analyzing, then that would be insane, because that would mean it's triple or quadruple the time that I have in Street Fighter.
Where dreams become reality.
I'm at approximately 1,100 hours, and Blaz was at 2,200 or 300. I don't remember, something like that. A little bit beyond 2,000 hours. When you play live, are you in Twitch or TikTok? What do you mean when I play live? Manga Chasers, what do you mean? I'm live at the moment on Twitch,
Monster
YouTube, and TikTok. Ryu's the most balanced character in the game, and Blast uses it efficiently. People like to say that, but what does that mean? Ryu's the most balanced character in the game. What does that actually mean? Most balanced. Like, what makes a character most balanced? Jack of all trades. Is he a jack of all trades? Ryu hits really, really hard. That's what he does well. But getting into a position with him to do that is not that easy. So is he a jack of all trades? I don't think so. Like, Ryu in Street Fighter traditionally has been the guy with the basic tool set. And Ken and Akuma are basically fancier versions of Ryu. But nowadays, it's not really the case anymore. They all have distinct personality, like they all have distinct properties in terms of gameplay, you know? Jimmy, I will donate $50 if you can beat Fatal Solo. What is Fatal Solo?
Here at Capcom Cup 11, the time has finally arrived.
ストリートファイター6の世界王者という称号、そして優勝賞金100万ドル、この大きな栄冠をその手に掴むのは果たしてどちらのプレイヤーになるのか。泣いても笑っても
King Sword, who is that?
シーズンの集大成ラスト
MDZ
バトル
Diffie, what's up?
This is where the world title of Street Fighter 6 champion will be decided, and of course, that player will be taking home that juicy $1 million prize purse. Whether you laugh or cry, this is everything. The final battle that these two have worked the entire year for, and their moment of destiny has brought them to this place.
それではこの4日間最も大きな声援を今日一番の歓声を
He's talking about Monster Hunter. Okay.
カプコンカップ11グランドファイナル選手入場です
Jax, good to see you too.
Grand finalists for this tournament, Capcom Cup 11 Grand Finals. Let's get it underway.
Winners side はパーフェクトバディプリンスカケル
I gotta say, it's got a lot of style, you know?
The perfect parry trick.
Losers side ベストキッドフロムシー
Now observe. Pierce, yeah. I thought Endingwalker had the best reactions. I didn't really know about this kid, just people talking about online matches, but wow. His moves were incredible. Am I impressed? I'm impressed by Blaz. I'm impressed by Kakaroo. And I think Kakaroo is going to do it. I want Blaz to win, but I just don't see it. Roland, what's up, my man?
I have no idea, but get hyped because it's about to go off.
それでは両プレイヤーはスタンバイをお願いいたします。
JP too hard, for sure.
Both players on standby, please.
But it's not just JP, it's also Kakaroo. Kakaroo is like absolutely insane. And Blaz, I mean, he's unsuccessfully, he's had, I mean, he couldn't beat him. I'm curious to see, is he going to play Ryu or not in this matchup?
Blaz 選手、優勝したい方、大きな拍手をお願いします。 そしてかける選手優勝してほしい方は大きな拍手お願いします。Hey, all right, with that said, it's time to head over to the desk and kick off this amazing grand finals here at Capcom Cup 11. Take it away, boys.
1992, a Street Fighter II tournament was held right here in Ryuko.
If he was able to beat Leshar that easy, he will beat Kakeru. He lost to Kakeru. He lost 3-0 to him before. And I mean, you would think that Blaz would be playing Ryu if he thought he had a chance, right?
Once that champion is crowned, again, a brand new champion, but at that
like, we'll see what happens.
Street Fighter 6
What if Capcom want JP to dominate another season?
And of course, we have Kakeru going up against Blaz.
I mean, they did make him a lot weaker, and most players are not playing JP anymore.
Maybe could have had Kakeru in there, right? Yeah. Definitely not a sleeper pick. I'm looking at you guys, but Blaz,
like you said, I mean, it was impossible to predict almost. I mean, I'm sure Chile is like, what are you talking about? Not impossible to predict. We were expecting this. But for so many of us else, self-included,
then they buffed him again.
This kid. I didn't think he was going to be.
I mean, you can't say that, like, JP is a common occurrence online or anywhere, and the results really don't seem to indicate that he is a problem. I do think that he's a problem for Ryu.
It feels like reminiscent of season 1 when we saw Uma step up there for the grand finals going up against Chris Wong, right? Almost the similar stature. Chris Wong had such a dominating performance over.
I don't think Ryu is a good pick versus JP. I mean, me neither.
At least for some of us in the States, Uma stepping up to the
but we'll see.
Feels like
I mean, if he unsuccessfully played Akuma and Ken, we might actually see him try Ryu, even if he thinks that it's a bad match.
When you look at that exact Rio, the character selection for Blaz was Ken 2 times over, then with
what do you guys?
Not with the
Jello, Blaz lost 3-0 to Kakeru in winner's side, and he didn't play Ryu against him because he didn't feel like he had a chance. So what are you talking about? Ryu does great against JP. Blaz certainly disagrees. But there we go, it's Ryu. It's gonna be Ryu.
But let's hear Ryu go in for a second.
He didn't get to play on the right side of the game. What does that even mean?
It's tangible. It is extremely tangible. The chills.
Let's go. Grand finals.
Let's direct to the game. Here we go. Grand finals. Kakeru versus Blaz, game 1.
Already, baby. We'll see. Blaz, as you mentioned, is going with the Ryu, something that Kakeru didn't see before. And you know they poured over the amount of footage. We'll see what adjustments happen. Kakeru, of course, has just been looking so on point, but right there, already getting beaten to the punch, literally.
What's the defensive aspect going to be like for Kakeru? Taking a little bit of a beatdown for the drive.
Wow.
From that punish counter, Blaz is calculating. He still managed
to get the
man. The first round.
Wow, what a round.
Trying to opt for movement, desperate to get
yeah,
out of the corner.
Blaz has to beat him in 2 sets.
Well done already, Blaz. Showing that this momentum is going nowhere right now. And truly, it feels like a reset is in the air, but obviously this is only the first round. Kakeru's got a whole lot of time to start getting opposed and figuring out what Blaz is bringing to the table. Yep, a parry, trying to parry on the ghost, but he baited it out. Classic JP strats. Letting the departure do the lifting, but he never lets him get in for free. The trade was there.
And I like that too from Blaz. A chance now! Perfect parry! Taking it away from the Prince. Tatsu to get him closer, get that corner push.
Forward jump, perfect parry. Blaz is on one.
Land, he's not reacting to the forward hard kick.
Just to kind of tantalize Kakeru into doing anything, really, but Kakeru backs off. He sensed danger. The instincts are so up there. The punish counter, the tail end of the swing. Still manages to catch.
And Blaz has gotten so many hits already with that crouch medium punch, right? So Kakeru adjusting his spacing, realizing where the bread is being buttered. Make sure he got a clean whip punish. Drive rushing in behind the spike as well. Keeping everything clean and tight.
Oh! Cannot kill.
He missed his opportunity to continue.
Yeah, he could not have killed.
Big opportunity to spend the critical art, but now Kakeru spends one of his own, a super art 3 to be specific.
Yes, indeed. So Kakeru is willing to empty out the resources, and I extremely agree with that one. You can't give this kid another round.
3 bars to the name of Blaz, so ever important.
Mega Chasers, this is a grand final, so this is the final battle. The winner gets the 1 million.
Kakeru and what buttons he wants to press in exchange. Double departure, set up a third just in case. Backing away is Blaz, sensing danger yet again.
And this has been Kakeru's MO, right? The departure game has been immaculate. We've seen the timings with the whip punishes comboing into it, and that's why Blaz tried to force himself away, but not quite far enough. And again, putting out the departures, the snap. You saw even Kakeru during the entrance to the snap. He was going to get burnt out either way, so he decided to drive reversal. Very smart.
So cognizant of his drive gauge. He's been so adamant about making sure that if he does happen to burn out, he does it by his own volition. Kakeru trying to chip away as much as possible.
Wow. The reaction from Kakeru as well. Just hits so late. OD amnesia, but he goes through it and then parries. Jumps back as well and sweeps after.
World?
The defense.
Oh no.
Huge clutch back throw though. This could change everything, especially when he throws the parry. He puts
oh,
the
that's a tough one.
Him as well. And one more parry. He knew what was coming. Kakeru off to the races.
Wow.
That situation with the Lavushka.
Good play from Kakeru. Good play.
I like the opportunity there that he presented himself with the parry. Kakeru just 2 steps ahead. Had it been correct,
he needed to burn him out.
Perhaps, and catch
he needed to burn him out.
That's not the case. As you can see, Kakeru up 1 game, trying to reassess what Blaz.
That was basically a 50-50. Go for the throw to punish the parry, or go for the regular attack in case he does OD amnesia or something like that, right?
Out of the departure range again, that's gotta be
if he had thrown him in the corner, that would have probably been it for Blaz. He could have beaten him there.
Departure, get him close. Always assassinating and chipping down that drive gauge as well as Kakeru. Check on the drive rush. You already know how it goes. The stand medium kick or the crouch medium punch every single time. You cannot come in for free.
Looking so dangerous. We do not want to get a repeat of a 3-0. At least we want to see a little bit more games. The overhead, that's the first one I feel like that Kakeru's really been hit by throughout the entirety of this whole ordeal. Set up the departure yet again, fainting with the ghost.
Indeed. But yeah, Kakeru has been automatic with the crouch fierces. And again, he would have got burnt out anyway, so he does the offensive drive reversal and baits out the OD amnesia for a quick punish. Hashogeki meaty, keeping him locked down here, but a big throw into the level 2, of course.
Lavushka, what's the defense like? Just a little bit of a scratch, not too bad for Blaz as he regains his drive gauge, getting closer to seeing that green. How much chip damage can Kakeru inflict? That's totally fine now for Blaz. He will absolutely take that, being as risk-averse as possible. Now he's double dashing in. Wait a minute!
Oh, yeah, not quite late enough for the timing to combo with the spike, so he just takes the teleport out of the corner. Very smart from Kakeru, but that time...
Yeah, wow, he got an opening. Man, this is so tough right now.
3 bars to the side of Blaz. I mentioned in the first game, if he manages to land something so significant as that Fierce into any sort of drive rush cancel, it could be a giant burst of damage if he decides to use it early, right?
Yes, indeed. That's one of the things that's great about Ryu as well. Both of these characters, explosive damage depending on the starters. Overhead is OD amnesia this time and punished outright. It's going to be big. He has level 2. Is he going to want to go into it and drain some drive? Not yet. He's just going to do it via the block streak. So smart from Kakeru.
And again, Blaz has been so good in calling out some of the
oh man, the perfect parry.
Reversal, but now Kakeru is in a really big opportunity to get even more damage and pick Blaz apart on defense.
Most definitely.
Oh my god.
Never for free. Caught him slipping as well with the light string. Kakeru, he's trying to move, he's trying to do stuff, but Blaz is keeping it nice and tight into the level 3 here. You're on life support, Kakeru. How are you going to get out of this one?
You should have spent everything there to kill him.
Oh, Hashogeki, there goes.
Oh, wow. Wow. Chip setup.
Chip out. And see, that's one of the things that Blaz has stayed ahead of.
Wow.
Right? Whenever he's about to lose his drive gauge, he uses the drive reversal. He gets him off of him. True. Kakeru at that time, not recognizing that was one of the only ways in that situation to relieve the pressure.
And it was so difficult too, right? I think a single hit allowing him to go into like a drive rush cancel, if Kakeru manages to land it, he wins off of that, right? Yeah. With level 3, so we don't blame him. We definitely don't blame him. It was just so tantalizing to have.
Absolutely not. Ooh, but the solar plexus getting parried in the neutral as well. I love to see it.
Oh, checking the movement yet again. That roundhouse just ever so active and right in the face too. Forward
Blaz saving himself from the punish counter throw by drive rushing out of it. But we already got a perfect parry.
The problem is that took a lot of drive gauge from Blaz. So is that the right play in that spot?
Still peppering down Kakeru, looking to season him up just a little bit with a couple of those normals and those Hashogekis, but now at full screen, Kakeru is in control.
Oh man, the timings on the parries is so good from Blaz too. He's not showing it too early, letting Kakeru get a teleport throw for free or anything like that. That's what, oh, he tried one of those confident walk-up throws. Kaguru reacted in time. And there's what I'm talking about. The departure's out there, then he'll walk in and walk out of your crouch medium kick range to bait you into doing it, and that timing is so succinct, it's perfect to combo into the spike afterward.
But he's not dead yet. Blaz also just needs one more hit.
Yeah, but this is almost impossible to get.
Scary. That's a jab.
Oh, but now he has level 3. He can do this.
Indeed, and now Blaz has built up some drive meter. He's actually going to burn himself out. He got the hit.
Oh, yeah. He was outside of the range. When he did the crouching medium punch, there was no combo that it could do until level 3. You need to do light kick into level 3, which you normally don't do.
Early drive reversal for the side of Kakaru. Wants to establish that dominance, throwing a bunch of the projectiles.
Oh, man.
The double departure. If you look as to see the drive gauge right now, you understand why his objective is to chip out Blaz, or at least get him into burnout quicker. But his parrying timing, his understanding of what needs to be done on defense has been so on point. Ooh, that hits! Counter hit as well.
Oh, he missed it.
Juggle that he was looking for. Oh, trying to parry afterwards, but Kaguru, he was already committed to the dash jab. Nice whip punish with the drive rush.
Oh, that's going to burn him out.
Knew they had been favoring the donkey kick as well. Not going to let him have it.
Still so dangerous, too. A lot of control coming in now. The corner. Blaz blocking the overhead, surviving the onslaught. Does manage to get a couple of lights, creating a lot more space for himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Now no danger of DI in the corner or anything like that. Does get tripped up.
The spacing in the low medium does catch a button from the side of Kakaru. That was a counter. Oh my God.
Oh,
Kakaru's
man.
He's moving a lot more, and Blaz is catching him. Wait a minute.
That OD amnesia, that had to be one of the last active frames. Bails him out in this instance, and again the drive reversal because he knows he's going to get burnt out. He might as well relieve some of that pressure.
Oh!
The empty jump to dodge the crouch spear.
Oh my God! What? He actually got that.
Oh my goodness!
This kid is amazing.
Legitimately, man. Both of these players. Oh! Already in the corner, trying to apply that pressure. Kaguru picks his spot. And he just gets a clean punish off of it. Just the crouch medium kick, nothing more.
And still checking the skies as well. Blaz trying to go for those arrow approaches. Kakaru nullifying it 2 times over in that entire sequence while he was in the corner. Back throw. Gets the tree glove departure. Still checking the advancement with a couple of the projectiles. Tree glove again.
And putting him back out. Blaz very low on the drive, but he actually held it and let go that time just for Kakaru to spike him into the gray.
Yeah, this is the tough spot against Kakaru and JP in general. When you're full screen away, like you're getting hit so much.
He's trying to reintroduce himself in close quarters.
And again, right, yeah, Kaguru is going to use level 2 before he gets his drive meter back, nullifying the chance at parry, but he's got it. He didn't combo all the way through, but the snipe with the crouch medium kick.
I wonder if Blaz should have used his level 3 earlier. When he had the Hasho, he would have recovered and gotten his drive gauge back, which would have made it a lot easier to defend.
For Kakaru, can he seal it?
Can he bring it home in his home country of Japan? You know the crowd is going to blow the roof off of this arena. Oh, trying the empty jump.
Oh, like this, now burning out the old man.
Oh, I see why Blaz is doing the crouching fierces.
He even was trying to just strike amnesia. Oh, DI was there, and Kaguru did not have the amnesia ready that time. The strike amnesia is a way to get out, but a combo dropped.
Not looking good.
Oh, man, this is a tough one now.
Now in burnout, though. Just needs one more sequence, but if that side switch happens from the side of Kakaru, it could spell a lot of danger. This is a great way to start it off, at least. Not going to get the side switch at all, right? He's still going to get full control as he gets to walk him down into the other one. Crouching medium.
Yes, indeed, Kakaru here. He's close to level 2 as well. Gonna build it in this combo.
Oh, man.
And now we're gonna pop it once he gets down. Yes, he's gonna try to continue the combo.
Maybe he can kill?
Job. Will he be able to do it? And he does.
Wow, match point.
Match point for the grand finals.
Wow.
Can he do it?
He's the only one that has made Blaz bleed so far. The only one that has handed him an L this entire tournament. And the perfect parry prince shows his royal bloodline again.
Set up the departure yet again. Blaz hasn't really found the right way in just yet. Very difficult setting up the entire dungeon of projectiles. What do you do now? The backdash! Away from danger, away from the throw. Parry's coming in. just about orange. Now Blaz
Oh,
does a
great.
sweep against Kakeru. The corner control now in favor of Blaz.
Oh,
he does
my
get a bait
goodness.
against the throw.
Oh, that's an important one.
Blaz really starting to build some momentum.
Oh, he got
Kakeru
that?
right there. He was just stuck.
Wow,
But I gotta go
okay.
back to that fireball drive rush. He actually did a short drive rush and stopped it because he knew Kakeru would perfect parry and check. He outplayed him so hard right there. That was amazing.
Excellent call, excellent call. Double departure now again. Blaz willing to spend a lot of that drive gauge rather early. Excellent block on the highs, but the low does expose him momentarily. But what happens now? You're still facing off against Kakeru's departures, his trap, his placements of fireballs, etc. What do you do about it? He's willing to spend that OD tree glove.
Yes, indeed. And look at that. He's just willing down that drive beater.
This
He's
is
like,
really
"You're gonna
bad
give me
now
something
for
or a
Blaz.
win." Once
Once you
Blaz
stay
is
full
holding it in
screen against
response to the
JP,
second
you're
spike.
not winning.
The anti-air is there. Crouching heavy punch. Blaz sees an opportunity.
And he
You gotta
strikes,
burn him
but
out, my
no.
man.
Oh, the combo leaves some damage on the table, but
Oh
finds
my
it
God.
anyway. 5-second rule. Let me get that damage back. And now Kakeru, he's burnt out. He does have meter to defend himself. Will he risk it? He pops the level 2 immediately.
way.
Jumping back here. He's just gonna take the chip damage. Blaz has the drive meter available. He's still got one bar. And the trip
Oh
from
my
long
God.
distance and the back
Oh
row.
my God.
Kakeru still has the chance here. Oh,
And that's it.
It's your Capcom Cup 11 champion.
Against all odds, in the corner with the meter intact, he still held on for dear life. Didn't even need the SA1, taking down the young man yet again. Your brand new millionaire for Street Fighter 6 is Kakeru.
My goodness, man, what a grand final.
Wow.
Kakeru and Blaz.
Kakeru taking it. Capcom
It's
Cup
undeniable
winner.
that these two were the best players at this tournament. They consistently came through, showed new levels of Street Fighter 6, showed how to manipulate your opponent beyond the means we've ever seen before. Incredible play from both sides.
Wow.
I hope this becomes
And
a
congrats to
classic
Blaz.
for the
Like,
next decade
you know,
plus.
like,
I wanna
he
see
made
these
it,
two
he
go
made,
for as long as I'm alive.
he made it look possible to beat Kakeru.
The chance.
I'll give him that.
You hear it.
You hear Ryu Goku Geekon has come alive in response to their countrymen taking home Capcom Cup 11 on home turf. You gotta love it
Capcom
in
really want the
emotion.
same bullshit
What do you
characters
think
dominating.
tonight?
It's nonsense, Chris J. We had 2 JPs in the entirety of Capcom Cup. Like, don't tell me that Capcom is doing this. Like, not half the cast is playing JP, unlike Akuma. And Akuma does well against JP. It's Kakeru who's just really, really good. Come on, let's not get this mixed up.
Different players throughout the course of this season. One of the hardest seasons of Street Fighter. Obviously, it just keeps getting harder and more difficult. But Kakeru, he withstood that test.
The competition. Man,
5
that was
Akuma,
an
4
amazing
Ken,
fight.
2 Bipson, 2 Kami, 2 Ed, 2 Luke, 2 JP,
I'm speechless,
1
honestly,
DJ,
right
1
now,
Blanca,
Parker. You
1
can see the
Aki,
emotion.
1
You can finally let them
Ryu,
out, right?
1
Once
Mai.
the games are over, once the tournament has concluded, you can feel everything, and it's just overwhelming at this
I'd
moment.
rather
Letting
see
the games
JP than
fall,
Ken.
as he deserves
I mean,
to do
considering
so.
that the 2 top characters
Working
were
so
Ken
hard constantly. I
and
remember when this dude won Gamers 8, the
Kami,
very next day he
it's
was giving
interesting
everybody
to see
games.
that
He was still
neither,
there
like,
grinding
neither
it out.
one did
He knew
actually
his
go
job was not done.
far in
And
the
even
tournament.
with this, I'm sure he's gonna take this whole game and this whole genre to new heights.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the face.
How many characters in top
of Street
16?
Fighter
Just
6.
curious.
In this very moment, the leader of Ibushigen, Kakeru, your Street Fighter 6, your Capcom Cup 11 champion.
Yo, Prez, good to see you. It's 5:30 a.m.
Truly amazing, man. I just want to soak in this moment.
Maybe he pulls the Uma and retires now. There's no need to retire when all you have to, when you can get more money, you know, playing JP. Broken character. Unfair. Capcom, please.
本当に万感の思いというのが伝
Am
わ
I
る
doing this right, guys?
今の率直な気持ち一言いただいてもいいですか
Yes. Correct.
めっ
ちゃくちゃ嬉しいですね。
You know what's really funny? Kakeru, like, just from those two wins, Capcom Cup and Gamers 8 Invitational, made more money than almost anyone in the entirety of Street Fighter competitions, like, ever. From those two events. Like, how many events do you have to win to make $1.5 million?
He owes her everything, the win and more.
Yeah, this is why. He won Gamer 8, which gave him 400k. Now he adds $1 million. So he's at $1.4 million just from these two wins.
This beautiful specimen of a trophy now
The best characters never get nerfed enough to let others shine. Chris J, come on, it's nonsense.
Time to raise the trophy. All the way through the day, went completely undefeated in the top 16, only losing a single game in the grand final. Absolutely phenomenal run from this gentleman.
That's a massive trophy. And you know what? You don't get to keep this trophy. You know that, right? Mena RD has talked about this because he's upset he doesn't have the trophy. This is just for show. You actually get a way smaller, a smaller one at that is going to be sent to you home, and this one stays at Capcom. Yeah, you only get to hold it. Lame, right? I mean, maybe they changed it. I don't know. Maybe for this Capcom Cup they are doing something different. But like Mena RD tweeted about this before, and I found this really interesting.
So with the victory here, Kakeru
That trophy must be expensive.
And of course, entry into next year's Capcom Cup.
They gave out $1 million, but the trophy, you cannot let him have the trophy. Isn't that odd? Pure anime. Good night. I'll see you soon. Just like the World Cup. Oh, actually with the World Cup it's the same thing. The president of fighting games. Let's go. Announcement times? I wanted to talk about announcements, but never got to do it because I got sick now, which is sad. But I don't think we'll actually see announcements up until tomorrow, so maybe I do have a chance to make a video.
Tsujimoto will now present the trophy of victory to Kakeru. That amazing, beautiful check of $1 million.
Kakeru won, but Blaz made history.
Capcom Cup 11
Oh yeah, you not only do you win $1 million, but you also qualify for Capcom Cup 12, which is nice.
So the first ever Capcom
But Uma retired, right? So we didn't actually get to see Uma as a result.
Top Japanese player with an amazing, mind-blowing JP performance all the way through the group stages and of course today in the top 16.
How much is that in yen? I mean, somebody look it up. Mark of love from Toron. Thank you so much on TikTok, my man.
All the media and press are here, taking advantage of the occasion.
Uma should at least showed up for Capcom Cup 11. I mean, if he's not playing, why would he show up for Capcom Cup? Like, what's the point if he didn't play the game?
Hi. パネルを上げていただいて、そしてですね、たくさんのメディア取材の方いらっしゃいますので、こちらの方記念撮影お願いいたします。
$1 million. Kakeru is your Capcom Cup 11 champion.
I think Uma should have qualified for Capcom Cup 11, but probably declined to do that. Simply, I mean, we could check if it says qualify for Capcom Cup 11 on that, but like Uma probably just forfeited his spot, right? I mean, it's really unusual for anyone to be like, yeah, I won the $1 million. That's it. I'm out of here, guys.
Will present Kakeru with the Capcom Cup 11 trophy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do an analysis for Blaz for sure. All of the matches, we gotta look at them, right? I wish Blaz spent his level 3.
The absolute best Street Fighter 6 player on
As I know, he still was playing in EVO Japan last year.
His work here today, and that is why he is raising.
I'm not sure actually what the story with Uma was. I'm not quite sure how that worked out.
With a Kakeru victory.
How much do you think Kakeru's sponsor takes from him? I heard they take a big chunk from your winnings. Depends on his contract. Jello.
さあ5分冷めやらぬ中ではございますが、明日はいよいよこのカプコンカップ11
So we don't know that.
Day5 となります。こちらはストリートファイターリーグワールドチャンピオンシップ2024世界最強のチームを決める戦いとなります。皆様、お見逃しないように。
That just about, as we get on with the Kakeru photo session here with all the media and press down on the front of the stage, we come to the close of day 4, and tomorrow it's going to be the final, day 5 of Capcom Cup 11, where we will find out in the Street Fighter League World Championship
was the weakest characters in Season 1. If any of the top 5 are still the weakest now, and Capcom clearly don't give a shit about certain characters. Certain characters are hard to balance. Chris J, I've talked about this many times. Certain character archetypes are hard to balance. Why do you think T-Hawk has always been kind of weak in Street Fighter? Lily resembles T-Hawk, right? In terms of gameplay. I mean, she's literally his daughter. Announcements tomorrow. They want you to tune in tomorrow, so announcements tomorrow. Marisa, when she first came out, by the way, people thought she might actually be broken. The mechanic of Jamie, of him drinking, is hard to balance without making him broken. They're not hard to balance, it's just frame data. No, come on. Chris J, come on. Come on. Are you saying that balancing is an easy task in a complicated fighting game? Come on. It's nonsense. And what's the complaints? Do we not have enough variety for characters? No, but buffing, and it's not how it works. You don't get good balancing by buffing the weak characters and just nerfing the other ones, the strong characters. That's actually not how you balance a fighting game. Chris J, I really, like, I can't help but, like, tell you, this is something, balancing a fighting game with unique characters, with a lot of unique characters, is very hard. Because you literally can't just do what you just said. You cannot just buff the strong, the weak characters and nerf the strong ones. You will not get good balancing out of that. You can make Lily top 5, but making Lily top 5 is not your goal when you're balancing a fighting game.
He actually said that he's going through his, kind of looking through, reflecting over the first 3 days,
Come on, let's not be silly, okay? The goal is to make Lily top 5. You think that should be the goal of the developers? The goal is to have every character be viable in a competitive setting. That should be the goal. And Capcom is doing a good job. Like, no matter how much you're complaining, Capcom is doing a good job at that.
Gave him some sort of motivation for the tournament because there's an inside issue that he's, even though they've just freshly married, he hasn't quite.
It's not about selling the game.
Yet.
Cammy and Ken are not DLC characters. If selling more units and getting DLC prices or DLC sales up, then you wouldn't want to have Ken and Cammy being as strong as they are this season. So clearly Capcom is balancing the game in a way so that we're having a variety of different characters played at Capcom Cup. At JP just won Capcom Cup. One of 2 JP players at Capcom Cup, okay? Only 2 JP players qualified for Capcom Cup. And now, Chris J, you're complaining that JP is clearly too strong and should be nerfed? Come on. What would you have said if Ken had won? Or Cammy? He would have said any character that won is broken. I mean,
we're back. We're just gonna have to watch it. Nice throw onto the perfect parry attempt.
Want it one more time. Had nothing ready for that. Nice block off of the plus frames, and Noah sending it to a round 3 and trying to get that parry. We talked about it before. Oh, and then Noah this time trying to pop off himself, but Takamori. He has to. It is the final round.
Is that really the best way to do a transition?
Oh, but instead Leshar plays a nice giant lead here. Oh, the backdash after that. He charged the flicker to bait him into DI and then go.
Let it check. Oh, reset into the DI, gets the wall splat.
That is the
poopy editing.
Right there. Yeah. Medium kick into DI. Oh, and the OD amnesia finally comes out. Thwarted. The target coming in, throws him out of the parry attempt, then he gets a full combo off that. Oh, and then dodges the wake-up ODDP. Stylish way to bait it out.
Yes, sir, the one that counts. I love this patience, I love this respect. There's the anti-air, and that's gonna clip because that turns into a 2-frame SA3, and that is gonna knock Phenom out of the tournament here.
Pretty close to getting burnt out as well. Extra damage on. Oh no, I lied.
No anti-air.
What in the world just happened? I got smoked too.
Oh no, and that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Broski will be knocked out of the tournament, and rejects on Tokido will advance deeper into the bracket. Another Japanese.
I voted for Halibel, not because I thought he'd win.
With his pressure. Oh, hang on a minute, he's gonna get his gauge back.
Obviously, I didn't think Halibel was gonna win Capcom Cup, but I would have been really happy for Halibel if he had won. So I gave him my vote.
He tried to jump out. Wait a minute.
He's got him.
He's taking the chance. No, it was stand jab. Recovers just in time away from the level 3. Shen is going to be able to take it all the way through. Bang! Level 3. Shen on the board.
And a good jump. Oh no! He grabbed hot air. That's not looking too good, and he didn't get.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh no, this is looking a bit scrambly, but Xian takes it there.
Wow, we gotta watch all those matches.
But instead gets a couple of fierces into it. Misses. Shuto now looking at max point.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is definitely good. We're gonna have to find out. Shuto's looking as well. Shuto is hoping that this takes the final hit.
He's alive!
You might as well do it, buddy. He's gonna get the throw here. Zhao Hai, can he steal this round? He tried to bait something. Oh no!
Why did they edit that like that? We're gonna be watching some of those matches again, you know? I obviously missed out on a lot.
Can he come back? He is sitting on critical art. The
Dash up, demon! Oh, what the hell,
And outside, please.
Chasing him down. He has a hot pursuit, and it's rated R for a ridiculous amount of damage and a big gulp of sip of calamity. Angry Bird, 3-2 over Ino with a perfect KO. When he extended that with a saving kick, that could have been it. Maybe too far for the level 3, actually. He didn't want to commit to level 3. It might have dropped out.
Wait.
No, he didn't cancel. Ooh. Shiryu Repa!
Can we watch those? You guys want to watch those?
He can stand heavy kick just as you see right there. The bar's almost gone. It's an ODDP. It's my turn, and I'm Tokido moving on the bracket. 3-2 over Fudo.
Keeping on the pressure. Nice whip punish. Just goes right over him. He's going to dump it into the level 3. Blaz is going to take the first game against Yen.
Shin Shoryuken! Overhead.
Uma said he is lazy and being competitive fighting game player. Fighting game is the only game he can play because it is so demanding, which don't want to do it again. That doesn't make any sense.
Does it again. Perfect parry. You better side switch here, brother. Yes, sir.
So Uma doesn't want to play fighting games because they are too difficult, but it's the only genre that he can play because it is demanding? What? I'm writing in caps. What do you want? Literally just started Rookie League and all. Jimmy, please. Okay, so what does Rookie League and all have to do with... What do you want? You're a Grandmaster now? Okay. Oh, wow. Congrats. Congrats, Land.
3-0, Kakeru, Akemi pick not working out. That puts no one loses Kakeru further towards that 1 million. Has this character burn out one of the best in the burnout business.
You need to attend to your child, Jimmy. It feels like it, yeah. I have 3 kids.
Psycho Camden, are you kidding me?
Yo, Renee, good morning.
It was a pixel. It was a touch. A tap.
Don't even try to counter poke with the crouch dab. There it is. We got a lot of meter, and there you go. Speaking of counter poke, that is enough. Leshar moving forward into the winners finals, getting closer and closer for the cup. I don't know if that's going to fit in your bag.
Only Tokido took a set from Kakeru. What do you mean only Tokido took a set from Kakeru? Kakeru finished from winner's side, so Tokido could not have taken a set.
No, this is it!
This is it! Blaz 3-2 over Shuto. You can.
Oh, in the group stage. Oh, okay.
No DP instead. You can't leave for free. It is jail, no bail, and Blaz moves on over Noah.
Possibly set up a safe jump here.
So you guys want to watch some of the matches again?
And he's going to exhaust all the options here.
Whoa!
And the double Shornabob to get game 2 here for Kakeru. Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to cancel. He's going to cancel. And he didn't get it. It was too much.
No, not like this. And the DP to finish it off. The logo has been displayed here.
I don't think I want to analyze Blaz today because I'm not doing so well, but we can watch at least his matches, you know?
I expected it to be a good match, but...
Like 50-50 because obviously I want Noah to win again, representing the U.S., the lone representative of this matchup. We talk about him as a pool.
Like Taos and these two players.
There's something very he doesn't even look nervous at all.
Let's watch this
whatsoever.
one.
He is going to stick to his game plan.
You're feeling okay, dude. Prez. Not feeling okay. In case you didn't know, like, I want to stream all of this live, but I couldn't really do that because I've been really sick. I've been in bed basically since last stream up until now. I didn't get to eat anything. So yeah, not doing so great. So we'll be watching some of the matches though. Thoughts on
Perfect
Blaz?
yeah,
Absolutely
How many crouch
amazing.
are we gonna see?
Absolutely amazing. I'm so
out
sad for
slow.
Kusanagi though.
Nobody's actually getting too aggressive early, right? Filling out the car.
This is the very first round. This is the time to feel out your opponent. They're trying to see how they're going to approach each other, and they're playing very slowly. It's a lot of sandblast. Nothing really from Takamura's end right now.
Yeah, I definitely expected a little bit more of an explosive start. Like we said, Noah not really ever scared of the bright lights, and already with the whip punish, tried to bait something out, but little Aaron on that jump back just wasn't ready for the falling roundhouse.
Just like that, Takamura takes Noah the Prodigy to the corner. Take the first throw, whip punish. Oh no!
And Takamura immediately ready, very efficient right there, but Noah, as you mentioned, calling for the blue stuff. He's from that type of block. Don't get it twisted.
No anti-air, but Noah laying on the pressure right now, keeping Takamura in the corner. He's not having it.
Takamura's OD reversals in this tournament so far have been immaculate. He seems to be on such a high accuracy
Jimmy,
level.
are you a
and
full
taking
streamer?
that minus,
You mean
no,
full
he's not
time?
gonna get a real
Yes.
punish, walking up and throwing. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and we typically see a lot of cheeky things coming from Noah, right? But I think, again, this is the very first game in a first of three. They're definitely feeling each other out very differently. Suppressor coming from Noah. A nice check from Takamura and the drop into the step kick that was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Takamura, I believe, wanted the run buffer DP like that off the medium there. Just Aaron, and now Noah's reaching. And again, Takamura, he's already teaching.
Noah answering with his own ODDP to get the pressure off of him, being close to burnout, but he doesn't mind.
Wow, he did get the punish there.
Yeah, exactly. Willing to burn himself out just to force the issue there, but Takamura's tremendous defense gets him out of the throw. And again, 3 bars loaded on both sides. It's very careful to whip, but instead he responds to the run with a full level 3. This is going to be able to give him the life lead slightly and, more importantly, build up some burnout timer back.
We're just going to watch it. Nice throw onto the perfect parry attempt.
One more time. Had nothing ready for that. Nice block off of the plus frames, and Noah sending it to a round 3 in game 1. Takamura trying to fight fire with fire right there. I wonder if it was just supposed to be DP.
No, I think he committed. I believe Takamura fully committed
Winners
to that
quarterfinal. So these two finished in first place in their group.
Right? So he bet big, didn't pay off, but he's still looking very strong now. Takamura's got him in the corner, and he's running it. Oh, you trying to parry? I synced that already.
Okay, Noah.
Oh, you trying to parry? I synced that already. Takamura with a perfect to close out game 1.
Very, very strong 2 rounds coming from Takamura.
Yeah, Samuel.
Noah
Take care.
to get one, but let's see if
Enjoy it, bro. This shit was crazy. Yeah, for sure. I'll see you soon.
See, Noah definitely looks a little bit more timid than we're used to seeing him, right?
Ryu's so cool. Jumps,
as this game goes along, he gets a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more of that calculated recklessness.
Okay.
Baits out the DP again.
Good damage here. Saving the bar. Another one.
Back to back. I'm that type 2 Takamura. I get it. Drain the
Why would you do that?
Again. Yeah, spitting that 1 bar to protect yourself there is honestly not worth it with how much of a life deficit he was at. And still
You could have just killed him. Noah, what are you
I
doing?
mean, as long as you close out all the round, it's all good, Noah. Nice perfect parry. No punish there. The leg crouch strong. No bite from Takamura. He does take the throw mid-screen. Back roll to get away from the pressure.
Oh, it feels like he's kind of starting to catch on to Takamura's defensive habits. Yeah, he is! Baiting out the ODDP. Knows Takamura is looking to try to establish something like that, and now he's reading, right? I finally got you to block. Not this time. I knew it was coming.
But you know what? He had to because he was going to get burnt out regardless. He took it on his own terms with the wake of ODDP. Precisely. Are we going to see a super coming off from Takamura here? No, backdash to get away from the pressure. This relentless pressure coming from Noah here. No, this is it.
Takamura, he tried to cancel it to the level 1. That's why you saw the Tatsu. He just didn't actually get it. Unfortunate for him, he's going to be put in a very tough scenario and another game to Noah the Prodigy.
What do you mean another game?
Making it 1-1. Nice adaptation coming from Noah. As you mentioned, as the game goes on, Noah's going to play a bit more comfortable. And you can see by the way that he's stringing his normals. It's going back to how Noah's playing, but the perfect parry is always there. He is ready with that blue perfect parry just to get his pressure started.
Most definitely, we see it time and time
now
again.
He has one game.
He'll do it in the middle of block streaks. He'll walk up, dash up, and do a parry, right? He's one of the best at just parrying and all throughout his Street Fighter 6 career so far. We all knotted up in game 1.
Yes, and I'm wondering if Takamura is going to, if he ever gets on the defense in this round, if he's going to change up his strategy. Because Noah did bait a lot of ODDPs coming out from Takamura.
Ooh, and Takamura, you can see, he's been reaching a little bit. He's had these defensive choices called out a couple of times already. And Noah, look at this. His reads are getting really on point.
Okay, Takamura fighting out with punish with the heavy knuckle.
Yeah, getting the pullback of the hurt box like that, always a benefit for Luke, trying to get that overhead going, but he can't, but he knows. Takamura was fishing for a lot of crouch medium punch at the start of this round. Noah outspaces that perfectly.
Noah finding his footing here in this match.
Takamura not finding a way to read Noah's offense right now. And that's what we mentioned earlier, right? It was so difficult to have a read on Noah and to practice against him as a player.
Man, that's the pressure.
Oh, wow, executioner.
On the run cancel DP from Takamura. We've seen that a couple of times already.
Noah taking the wheel.
I wonder what people are talking about with the Elena rumors close by.
No fourth, but he does.
What Elena rumors close by?
Noah, yeah, he needed to walk forward.
It's not a rumor. We know that Elena is the next character. And we know, because of the schedule, that Elena has to come somewhat soon.
And trying to get that parry, we talked about it
So
before.
I don't think you can really call those rumors.
Himself, but Takamura, these offensive reads from both players, immaculate.
Okay. Back to the neutral.
Oh, and he has the light kick buffer. He committed to it off the drive rush cancel.
Take the throw, as they say. Nice jump out the corner.
I mean, people are not expecting the Elena trailer. The absolute bare minimum from Capcom is to show us an Elena trailer. Of course. She's the next character. We know the time frame is really tight for Elena. So they have to show that. But that's not what people are hoping for. People are hoping for more.
Didn't do anything there, just went for the parry. Okay, there's a low forward. Went for the overhead.
Noah the Prodigy not letting these runs go through.
Like, obviously, we'll see something about Elena tomorrow.
I have nothing to lose pressing a button in that instance. And with Takamura's execution errors on that specific sequence already shown a couple of times.
The problem is that Capcom Cup already starts soon.
He's going to have to clean it up here because he's getting the opportunities, but he's just not getting the full conversion leading into his time to play.
Yeah.
And he's starting to get the right defensive reads, right? He's getting the low forwards. There's a run into the DP, okay?
Season 3 lineup?
No, it doesn't bite.
What do you mean? Oh, I thought I missed something. Okay. I mean, do you really want to show the Season 3 lineup before the final character has been released? It's a bit odd, I guess.
Calling out the throw early, but no conversion. Thought he was actually going to have to block the flash knuckle, but it came up short.
So where were we?
Shown a couple of times. It's even smarter.
Somewhere there, right?
Takamura's going to have to clean it up here because he's getting the opportunities, but he's just not getting the full conversion leading into his time to play.
Yeah.
And he's starting to get the right defensive reads, right? He's getting the low forwards. There's a run into the DP, okay? The lay jab. No, it doesn't bite.
New Season 3 mechanics. I think Street Fighter 6 already has a lot of mechanics.
Look at this, the throws.
How do you want to add another mechanic to a game that is full of mechanics?
Not going to spin more meter though. Noah just taking it now because he knows one more driver's cancel will win him the round. Oh, reaching! And he's a young man, but he can still teach
Noah the Prodigy.
And just like that, Noah is sitting on the set point. Noah so undeterred right now. Low forward counter hit does connect. It's going to take Takamura all the way to the corner.
Ooh, nice block in the crouch medium kick. A little bit of a delay. No response from Takamura. You can't jump out of that for free. Oh, and again,
oh wow, what a mistake from Takamura.
Takamura this set. Tried to base something out right there.
Just in case he tried to go for the drive reversal, I feel. Okay, the lights is going to go into the level 3.
Noah the Prodigy, he committed to the drive rush cancel off the last light. Figured Takamura would try one of those reversal buttons. Knew it, stuffed it, took the game into winner semis. Noah the Prodigy.
Qualifies you to top 8 winners. Let's go, Noah.
As Yipe said on the hype video, that straight sucks.
Okay, so obviously this is the big one that we're also looking for.
Qualifiers. And he is known for his ed play.
Yeah.
When I was talking with that is a better match.
I don't mind the Ken either, right? Ken definitely has different ways to get in past the shenanigans of JP as well, right? The Dragon Lash is something. The run in Bull DP is also a big thing as well. So we might see both of those on display. And with the reactions and the amount of information that Blaz can hold in his young mind, it could be dangerous for Kakadu. Let's see who establishes their dominance first.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're going to have to see a lot of the drive rushes, right? That is kind of how Ken is going to have to close in on JP. He's going to have to find a way through the ghost with the drive rush. Unfortunately, Kakeru is changing the timing of the ghost right now, kind of testing to see
This is the big disadvantage when you're playing a character that you normally don't play. You end up just being unfamiliar, and you're playing against the best player in the world with JP.
Level 1 as well to put him on a pixel. Blaz back against the wall. If he can bring this back, though, that would be a wild start to the set.
Okay, take him to the corner.
He's almost pushed him to the other side, but Kakeru is not going to let him keep doing that. Willing to challenge there.
Blaz didn't know how to block in this game.
Gosh, yeah,
Blaz knew that he'd have a hard time with Ryu, so he wanted to pick something else. But I've seen this many times with Street Fighter 6. The same thing. Somehow, most of the time, your main character is gonna still give you better results, even if the matchup is technically better on a different match.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Kakeru has been a master of the JP normals as well. So in addition to letting the departure do the heavy lifting, he's just so good at managing his space with that stand fierce, the stand medium punch, the crouch medium kick, the crouch medium punch, everything. And it's just a tough for Blaz to get in right now.
Yeah, you can just see Blaz having to guess on when the portal is going to come, when the spike is going to come. He depleted a lot of his drive bar trying to parry.
You can see Blaz jumping. He's trying to catch Kakeru, committing to something like a ghost or a departure, and then challenging on the wake up right there. You saw Blaz loading up with something heavy. Kakeru was like a light, will stop that in an instant. Level 2 for the game 1 win.
Very strong showing.
Yeah, like you can see that Blaz is just not comfortable here.
Great read, right? Blaz needed to make up a lot of life differential.
But he wants to. He knows he wants more chaos.
Knew that exactly.
Okay, we've seen this a couple different times, and Kakeru always making the right defensive options right here.
And that crouch medium punch remains one of the best drive rush check tools in the game since launch.
Backdash just to build the proper spacing for him. Okay, we're seeing a little bit more fireballs come from Blaz. There's the first Dragon Lash.
Let's not forget Kakeru. I mean, his breakout performance at Gamers 8, he perfect parried how many Dragon Lashes? So you can't be too happy with that in this matchup.
Yeah, unfortunate missed DP.
Oh, wow.
Amazing stuff right there, calling out the block string.
Okay.
Establishing both players in neutral. I love this. Blaz starting to use Fireball more to stay outside that range of Kakeru, and then sneaking into crouch medium kick range and closing out the first round.
He's actually not doing poorly here. Blaz is doing fine right now.
With those JP normal ranges.
Yeah, okay. Blaz trying to establish his pressure, stay at the spacing, but the medium punch so strong from Kakeru.
Oh wow, he got a whiff punish.
Both players poking back. I'm surprised there wasn't a driver's cancel buffer behind that crouch.
Was the only round.
Oh, with a backdash, Kakeru spacing.
Not great position. Kakeru almost building up the level 3s. Okay. Another whiff punish into the level 3.
Responding with a fierce right there. Kakeru,
yeah, that's gonna kill.
Willing to spin all the meter as well. And I don't blame him, right? He's gonna put him on a pixel. He's this close to taking the round, and he's just been very convincing in the neutral. I don't mind spending those resources going into round 3.
Just a crouch short is enough to take the second round in the second game.
When they play like shit first game, then they switch to pro mode. I can't adjust to that. I already made up my mind and I lose. Always gotta adjust to what the opponent is doing. Always.
Okay. Go for a disconnect. Taking Kakeru to the corner.
Uh-oh.
Gets back thrown by Kakeru.
I think he was trying to walk back, but maybe made the decision too late. And then, yeah, that's plus frames off that heavy kick. Can't forget that. Kakeru, the perfect parry prince, back-to-back with it that time.
Yeah, Blaz trying to figure out his approach, trying to get the whip punish to low forward, not connecting right now. Kakeru's defense is insane right now.
Yo, young madman. I'm doing okay. I'm not doing great, but I'm doing okay.
He's got so much matchup experience in this specific one. Seeing him check drive rushes left and right. That time he got caught in the departure, so he still had to hold that, but he knows his Jinrai counter game is the best I've ever seen. We saw it yesterday against Tokido, now up against Blaz as well. He knows the spacing unlike anyone else.
Let's see that again.
Left and right. That time he got caught in the departure, so he still had to hold that, but he knows his Jinrai Blaz as
That's
well.
really
Yeah,
nice,
so going
yeah.
back to the character select screen, I think he's tried so many, but he had allowing Blaz to get with.
Indeed, and Blaz has switched it up to the Goki Akuma. Like we said, those Jinrai games, they are just completely shut down by Kakaru. Even, again, the perfect parry on the fireball to check the drive rush after, not letting Blaz get his game started for free ever.
Yeah, but at least with playing Akuma, you do have different aerial approaches, right? This is going to be a little bit more difficult for Kakaru to defend against, hopefully, maybe, but...
And Blaz, he tried to plan for that, right? He tried to plan for the perfect parry with the drive rush immediate button, but it was just a little bit short on the drive rush range. Slightly miscalculated that time. That's why he goes with the roundhouse, something that will move him forward as well.
Okay, laying on the pressure. Trading off the lights. Okay. Nice connect on the spheres there.
Blaz gonna be able to maybe get the party started instead. Down backing on the projectiles.
Back to the full screen game.
Ooh, Kakaru not caught committing to anything right there. Blaz tried to establish. This is a lot of meters spent by him. The OD.
Oh
and then
man,
the
he
drive
can
rush
kill
leads to
here.
the burnout, and the whips are gonna take full advantage of by Kakaru.
Blaz is looking, is actually not looking that bad, even on Akuma.
To get the punish counter.
Yeah, it's been
I'll
immaculate.
send you a
Just
picture.
hyper awareness on spacing has been his constant name of the
Nice
game for him
whip punish.
throughout Capcom Cup.
No trade combo there.
And again, there's plenty of a plethora of Akuma in Japan as well, right? All these matchups, Kakaru's gonna know like the back of his hand.
Kakaru just throwing out little pokes here to stop Blaz from approaching him. Okay.
Ooh, what a juggle right there from Blaz.
Yeah,
That was
what a
extremely
pickup.
sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
I was gonna say that's gonna be too slow. I think he wanted the DP, but it happens sometimes. You get the level 1. And because Kakaru was smart about doing an empty jump, he was able to block on landing and take full advantage of very unfortunate situation for Blaz.
Not a good situation. You're about to get chipped out unless you're able to super.
Level 2, yeah. Level 2 projectile invo right there does get him out of the situation for now. Will he be able to bring it back? Oh, he tried the DI, but he didn't get the lip punish.
Oh no!
Stays crouching and punishes him for it. Oh, some heartbreaking moments for Blaz in that one. But Kakaru, much to the delight of Ryu Goku Gikan, will move in the top 8.
Beautiful, incredibly clean, but into the 9th dash. Like,
All right, where they had
every real area.
with Ken after the fireball situation, where I think he wanted to try to bake into the hold flicker. This is so good sequence. SFL, right? And SFL is so.
Actually, I'm not that interested in this match, so whatever.
He's in bags with JP since the launch of Street Fighter 6. He's one of you. Is gonna
Juicy Joe beats Angry Bird here, right?
Angry Bird, one of the greatest in the world, and he is looking in prime form. Let's get into this. Juicy Joe reject Angry Bird. Game 1.
Fireball started off. There's a stand roundhouse already counter.
Jimmy, do you have a second main that you would play if they're not in the game? Who would it be?
No. And there's that perfect parry, something that Angry Bird
In
is
Street
so
Fighter
good
4,
at. Getting punished from the OD Ghost to the OD Ghost.
Yeah, after
and
his
even
loss to
5,
Gamers Aid, Angry Bird put up a video.
I sometimes had
The whip,
secondaries.
he knew he would try to take advantage of it, so he just bust out with the ODDP. But he has labbed against JP for hours upon hours.
Man, and this is where the matchup changes, right? At this spacing range, especially when you're in the corner against.
Would I be
Angry Bird
playing
against
a
Ken.
character specifically
defensive
because
reach
I
you have to
want to
make
play
to
more
get out the corner
characters?
is so
No.
difficult.
So, I've played Yoon, for example. I think Yoon is a lot of fun. I'd be interested in Yoon, but...
Establishing, you mentioned that roundhouse range is going to be big for Ken. Yeah, step kick is also an option, right?
Yep. He was negative on block, but was caught.
But historically,
resting,
I've only picked up characters to beat difficult matchups for Ryu.
I'm sorry, I forgot what we were dealing with right here.
I picked up Rose specifically to beat Cody in Street Fighter 4.
And I love the stand medium kick too, because it gets a little bit of offensive momentum forward. Juicy Joe, very disciplined right there, not teching on that bait attempt.
Evil Ryu, I picked up Evil Ryu as well for specific matches, but in Street Fighter 4.
Saw the start with a fireball. Angry Bird, I believe, wanted a DP right there, but because the teleport went on the other side, the execution got kind of mixed up. It again, the startup of a fireball, which gets completely stuck.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna.
In
A
Street
lot
Fighter
of players
5, I never really picked up Kage.
through the portal, right? So.
I But I know Kage would be a really, or Evil Ryu would be a really interesting character for a lot of people to watch. So I'd test him out just for that.
Yeah, let's try. Even off of the plus frames right there, still not afraid to get the reversal crouch medium kick out. That could have been dangerous for Angry Bird.
Spikes is going to catch the neutral jump, sending him full screen again.
I played Ibuki in 5,
yeah, I was going to say, even with the drivers from that distance, it's still going to be punishable. And Angry Bird burnt out.
Okay, can he block this?
Ooh, gets the low after initially blocking that first jump in. Juicy Joe, big reward, and Angry Bird still got a whole lot of burnout to work through. Oh, but he finds the run Dragon Lash. Pick this spot perfectly. You best believe CA's coming out. That's going to pause Juicy Joe's meter and allow Angry Bird to get that government bailout. Shout out Logan Saba.
Uh-oh. This is kind of where Angry Bird's going to shine, right? He has him in the corner. He has no bar.
Ooh-wee, and just like that in a match where it looked like Juicy Joe was going to be able to take Angry Bird.
We actually just say ooh-wee.
The run Dragon Lash is where
always reminds me of Rick and Morty.
Level 3, that put Juicy Joe in such a bad position because he had no meter. He was going to get burnt out. He had no
Now
super.
Jimmy be live at the right time. That's crazy. Wiz, good to see you, my man.
And Angry Bird outspacing that stand medium kick perfectly right there.
Wait, it didn't end? It did end. King Sword.
Knowing the type of
Are you tripping?
the JP players have.
You know, you see the run coming at you. You want to press a normal to stop it, and then you get clipped by the Dragon Lash.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that you have to be.
They reset Capcom Cup because they felt like it was cheating for Capcom. Capcom acknowledged that JP winning would be cheating, so they are rerunning top 16 now from scratch.
Nice check from Juicy Joe, getting the counter hit, but the target combo is going to play him back mid-screen. Juicy Joe responds. Nice conversion off the light.
Angry Bird just trying to bulldog his way in, right? You got to get that CQC going, the close quarters combat.
I have a feeling that if Juicy Joe keeps this up like that, Capcom is going to have to do something about that. Kusanagi didn't even win a single match in the group stages. He was last place in his group. So no, he did not make it in top 16.
Joe slowly burning down Angry Bird, but is able to find the connect with the driver.
That's depressing, yep.
I love that right there. Angry Bird getting in the driver.
Just beg them to run it back because JP is too OP to him. I don't know what's wrong with Chris. Like, Chris has been on this channel for so long. He's still subbed to the channel as well, right?
We haven't seen many ODM.
I feel like every time I have a discussion with him, he's so focused on being salty about characters and pretending like balancing is an easy task. Guys, you get perfect balance if you just nerf the strong characters and buff the weak ones. If only Capcom knew about that, you know?
Angry Bird's parry input might have got E in there, so no parry to protect yourself, and he had to actually block the overhead, which was not blocked in the end.
Nope, he was not ready. That was the first drive rush overhead we got to see.
By the way, like, I mean, I've talked about this many times. I should probably make a dedicated video on this. The reason why you can't do that, because logically, this sounds logical, right? When you're saying the only thing you have to do is to buff the weak characters and nerf the strong ones. You know, it sounds like this is a sane strategy to get to perfect balancing, right? But the assumption underlying is wrong. The underlying assumption is that every character has a numeric value that we're calling like power level, okay? And let's say the OP characters have 1,000 power level and the weak characters have 500. All you have to do is do minus 250 to the numerical values to the strong characters, and the weak characters, you buff them by 250, and then you have both the weak and the strong characters at 750. Done, right? That's the underlying assumption. But that's not how balancing works. That's not actually how a character is determined to be strong or weak. You can have a character be weaker or stronger if you change another character. That's the relationship that you're completely like ignoring in the calculation. If you nerf one character, and let's assume you had one weak character that was really weak because he happened to lose significantly to one of the top tiers. So if you remove that top tier now, if that character is not top tier anymore, then all of a sudden, without changing anything about the weak character, supposedly, the other one, that character all of a sudden jumps up the tier list significantly. Because a major problem in the matchup chart has been dealt with without any changes. So changing one character always changes the entire cast. That's what makes balancing so difficult. You can't just look at every character in a vacuum and be like, oh yeah, I just gotta nerf the strong ones and buff the weak ones. That's not how it works. If you nerf a single character, you change the balancing for the entire cast.
Joe dumped out all his meter, was able to catch in the second game, making it even 1-1.
My goodness, he's put it on the plus frames as we talked about earlier. Angry Bird showed that he was willing to press crouch medium kick after that, and Joe has been establishing a new adjustment.
We're getting caught pressing right now. There's a lot of counter hits going on.
Angry Bird, he's willing to slug it out right there, right? He embraced the scramble and it paid off.
Caught him holding up.
Yeah, just taking the low combo, trying to catch him pressing back right there.
What a check. Oh, reset into the DI, gets the wall splat.
That is the Angry Bird special right there. Crouch medium kick into DI. Oh, and the OD Amnesia finally comes out. Thwarted the very first time.
Unfortunately is red though, so Angry Bird with the punish.
Well, there we go.
The brain's still there, yeah, thankfully.
He starts upping the frequency.
Yeah, nice usage of it just to escape the corner, but what a whiff punish coming from Angry Bird.
That's a recognition from Juicy Joe right there, knowing Angry Bird was looking for the back door to put him in the corner after that empty jump. Super strong tech.
Nice check on the dry rushes. Juicy Joe starting to recognize when Angry Bird wants to come in with a dry rush. Gets jumped in on.
Oh my goodness, he can get the kill here if he wants to spin the meter, but he does not. Wants to save the resources for a potential round 3. But you gotta get there first, man. That could cost him. The step kick is too close and punished outright, so Juicy Joe's investment pays off.
If you want heroes and underdogs, it adds depth to the game.
So after that drive rush, he's still not
I don't think Capcom is doing something like that on purpose.
Step kick roundhouse, okay.
You're not purposely making certain characters strong and weak.
Again,
I don't think so.
Caught by the cross-up jump from the portal.
You're always going to have, no matter how hard you're going to try to balance everything out, you're always going to have heroes and underdogs or whatever you want to call it in terms of characters and balancing.
He's going aggressive, activates level 2.
All right, no, after the target coming, just throws him out of the parry attempt, he gets a full combo.
Luke is intentionally strong, though.
That dodges the wake up.
Is Luke currently considered a strong character?
Way to bait it out.
Luke is not considered a strong character. What are you talking about?
On the wake up ODDP coming from Angry Bird. Juicy Joe looking at match point.
My bad, I forgot. The crouch medium kick drive rush is +1 on block, my mistake.
Nice punish from the perfect parry into DI, okay? Meaty as hell. No bite from Juicy Joe. Nice and patient. Trading, okay. Jump out, doesn't get the anti-air.
Yeah, you saw him try to inch forward to get the proper crosscut DP, but it was still at a really tough spot for it to come out.
This time it is going to connect with the ODDP. Drive rush sweep as a counter, okay? Throw takes the game. Takes it around, not the game.
Showing he has some gusto right there with the drive rush.
It's first to 3 in top 16. I mean, shouldn't the current score give you the answer to the question? I mean, do you think there is a character in the game that is intentionally strong? We know in the Street Fighter 4 era, Yun and Yang were made purposely strong.
There's a perfect parry, nice on the step kick. Filling up the portals. Faking out some ghosts just to see if Angry Bird will perfect parry it into the punish.
I meant as an example of Capcom making someone intentionally strong. Street Fighter 5 Luke was good on purpose. Do you not think so?
Bird, looking like a Stand Fierce merchant right there, was just staying at that space, looking for Juicy Joe to win.
I do think Capcom had an incentive to make Luke strong in Street Fighter 5.
Stand Fierce is in a row.
I do think so, yeah.
He was a merchant right there. He said, I'm farming this button. I know as long as it connects, this man is dead.
And when you're just seeing the Stand Fierce's whiff in front of your face, you're so tempted to like press a button.
You want the new guy that
the third one was able to get the punish counter.
for Street Fighter 6 to actually be used at the tournaments and stuff, so people recognize him, right?
And you see your drive gauge getting chipped down as well, right? They're heavy buttons, so you're just getting shaved down.
But still, I mean, Luke was strong, but was he considered broken? I think ever since Arcade Edition Street Fighter 4, with the Yoon in particular being so unbelievably broken, we never had a situation like that happen again, right?
Medium kick to catch Angry Bird trying to get the crouch medium kick reversal, but punishing the string outright.
Yeah, so consistent on getting the perfect parry on the OD Ghost into the punish.
And this is what I mean, by the way. Like, we like to complain about banging and stuff, but like, I remember the Street Fighter 4 days, and balancing was not even close to being as good as it is now.
Yeah, Angry Bird was trying to base something out. Wow, was that cross-up? I think that was a cross-up spike right there due to the jump timing. Tried the sweep that time. He's going to get a full combo off that because the spike was there. It takes the round.
Wow.
Imagine getting your sweep blocked and losing 20% of your health for that.
Yeah, usually you just get knocked down, you know? You don't lose the round outright.
There's a drive rush through the Ghost with the stand medium kick. Okay, Angry Bird having Juicy Joe in the corner. OD Amnesia.
You can't consider 4.
He's got 2 bars.
It was an arcade first and then return of Street Fighter after a decade.
With the Ghost.
What do you mean? Why can we not consider 4? In what way should we not consider 4 in terms of balancing?
Wake up ODP, burning himself out against Juicy Joe.
Yeah, and being burnt out up against JP is never where you want to be. Oh, and he does open him up on the cross-up jump. Oh, and the overhead reset. Juicy Joe with that will take the game and set over Angry Bird.
That reset, he knew he had to go for the reset in order to get the kill for sure. Angry Bird was not mashing the super in that situation.
Yeah, 100%. He did have 3 bars to his name. He was locked and loaded. But yeah, he just
5 and 6 were built for online and frequent patches. What do you mean 5 and 6 were built for online and frequent patches? 4 was built for online. Are you... What do you mean? What changed? Street Fighter 5 and 6 are not getting... are mostly not getting a lot more balance updates compared to Street Fighter 4. 4 was an arcade first release. Okay, so what does that change about anything that we're discussing? Four was meant for offline. Okay, what does that have anything to do with the balancing discussion? What are you trying to suggest? I literally don't understand what you're saying. We're discussing balancing right now. Form was more difficult to balance because it's more difficult to update arcade machines. Is that seriously a suggestion that you're making? Should we compare the amount of patches Street Fighter 5 got versus Street Fighter 4? Or Street Fighter 6 versus Street Fighter 4? They're not that significant. Capcom has maintained about a yearly schedule throughout all of the Street Fighter games when it comes to balancing. Apex, I don't get the suggestion that you're making. Are you saying that Street Fighter, like that newer Street Fighter titles are actually getting many more patches compared to previous Street Fighter games like Street Fighter 4? It's not true. Apex, it doesn't matter what you're saying. If you're saying that balancing is more difficult, but then I look at the history of balancing, and they approximately have the same amount of patches, all of the Street Fighter games, then what are you actually suggesting? Apex, you're not making any sense. If you're saying that Well, if you can't update your game frequently, then balancing is more difficult. That is true. But Street Fighter 4 was not patched less frequently than Street Fighter 5 and 6. So how does your suggestion make any sense? Street Fighter 6 does not get patched often. Street Fighter 6 is not getting a lot of adjustments. You know that, right? So what are you talking about? Street Fighter 6 is the result of better tooling. Oh, so now it's the tooling. Earlier you said it's the amount of patches that you can apply. Oh, so what is it now? Like, what actually makes Street Fighter 6 easier to balance? I said they hadn't been developing it for 10 years, so it was a learning curve. Are you saying Street Fighter 6 was developed for 10 years? Apex, I'm not sure what you're smoking, but you should share.
A reset in that moment, but that's the JP player life right there. Well done from him, especially when he's got a...
From 3 to 4, it was a learning experience because Street Fighter 4 had more time to develop, it was more difficult to balance. Am I getting this straight? What does that have to do with the balancing? You keep making random statements that are not coherent, Apex. Like, look, can we just boil it down to one thing? Can you give me one explanation why Street Fighter 4 is more difficult to balance than Street Fighter 5 and 6? Just one, okay? Earlier you said it's the amount of patches. That is wrong. Amount of patches is approximately the same, okay? So that makes no sense to even suggest. Four wasn't about balance. So they are... It was about new versions. Seriously, Apex. Like, I'm out, seriously. You're not making any sense whatsoever. Like, that makes no sense what you're saying.
Park round, we talked about it, right? If this dude's on offense, he's got some of the nastiest sequences in the business.
Insane conversions from the air portals too. Just he adapted so well to how Angry Bird wanted to get in on him. Again, the new...
You're right, arcade sticks weren't anywhere to be found back then. That's what you don't understand. What? So, Capcom had a hard time balancing Street Fighter 4 because Mad Cat sticks were sold out. Okay. Got it. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure that makes sense, guys.
Once the JP players start figuring out when you want to go,
he got me good.
They start throwing out the canes. And
down, needed him a little bit, trying to really run his game a lot of the time. I really love the establishment of heavy kick press frames, and then pressing the stand light kick to catch Angry Bird pressing crouch medium kick.
You started on a controller and switched to a stick. You do know that pro players in Street Fighter 4 existed on pad and they weren't at a significant disadvantage at all. You know that, right, Apex? I was just sick and tired of replacing my my pads every 6 months. That's why I switched. Come on, Apex. You're trolling. Come on, you're trolling. Come on. Chris, you can always make a character strong on purpose. That is not difficult. I'm not sure why you're suggesting that this would be difficult or that I'm suggesting that would be difficult. It is extremely easy to make a character powerful. Like, just make a jab that KOs every time. Every jab KOs every time. You think that's difficult to program? So why are we not doing that? I mean, literally, just give everybody broken tools, right? Make everybody top tier. Every jab KOs in Street Fighter from now on. And then everybody is good at the game, right? Would that actually make a lot of sense? Would that actually make the game good? Ask yourself that. But for people used to playing on sticks, they didn't have many options. Apex, I don't know like where you're going with this, okay? And what it has anything to do with the difficulty for Capcom developers to balance the game, okay? Like, I don't know where you're going. He on the moon, weed, Jimmy. It sure sounds like it. Valkyrie Star, thank you so much for the 59 months. I really appreciate that. Talent and experience.
Right? He shut that down a whole lot in the set.
Yeah. Oh man, that a little rough for Angry Bird, but it was a very close match.
Yeah.
2009 was 16 years ago. I guess you're just as good then as you are now. Apex, I don't know what the discussion is about at this point anymore. The discussion was about difficulty for balancing, and you tried to make the point of balancing was way more difficult back then. Okay? I have no idea what any of the things that you have been saying for the last 10 minutes have anything to do with balancing. Okay? I do not see any connection. So either explain the connection, how balancing is impacted by Mad Cat's stick availability in Street Fighter 4. Like, that is your main argument at the moment.
And at the end too, right, we saw a drive rush into the crouch medium. Somebody champion, Juicy Joe, Salt Mine League regular. It's just so sick to see Juicy Joe going to be in top 8 winner side.
Stuck with Cammy, the British espionage the whole way through, and Falcon's end drive rush to come through next time.
Move forward, you're so tempted to press a button. I think
This is one that I want to see.
I wonder
Actually, this is the one I want to see.
But NL not BP needs it.
Yes, sir! The one that...
How many fans did I have in 2009? Point answered. Guys, balancing was really difficult for Capcom because my Twitch account didn't exist yet. That's what Apex metagamer is saying right now. Capcom developers, they were lacking amusement in their life and content from MDZ Jimmy. This is why nowadays they're a lot better at balancing. Guys, it's my bad. I think Apex made a great point right there. Balancing is so hard, but making bottom tier characters top tier and top tier characters bottom tier isn't hard. Yes, that is true. So why Capcom always wants the same characters in finals? What do you mean by the same characters in the finals? When was the last tournament that you saw JP in the finals? When was the last grand finals that you've seen JP versus Ryu? Since season 1, JP. Yeah, but JP is not a popular character at the moment, Chris J. The problem is, Chris J, I think Capcom is reluctant to change characters much, is because once you establish like a baseline, you don't want to break it up too much, because if you break it up too much, you risk totally annihilating balancing. You can't just swap characters around. So what you're attempting usually is bit by bit try to get every character viable. I think that's a much better strategy compared to, oh, you know what? Lily was bottom tier last season. Let's make sure she's top tier next season. I don't think that's how they are balancing. And I don't think that's how you should be balancing. You should be aiming for every character to be a solid choice, right? That should be your aim. So if you break up the game too much with every patch, if you change up drastically with every patch, you end up just having really poor balancing every time. It's been 10 years since Ryu was viable. 10 years since Ryu was viable. Ryu was just in grand finals of Capcom Cup. Chris J. Just now, yes. Just now. So what are you talking about, Chris J? You're complaining about balancing 10 years since. Once again, I don't think that the goal is for Capcom to take a look at every single character and be like, hey, you know what? We want this character in the top 8 of this tournament. I don't think that the balancing is about making specific characters make top 8 at a tournament. I think the balancing suggestions are always about trying to make every character come closer in terms of balancing. That should be the goal. And in order to do that, you need to establish a baseline. Once you have a baseline, you can't easily just change up the entire game. I mean, you can do that. But usually you'll end up having worse balance afterwards. I mean, Chris J, I mean, honestly, that's not a stupid suggestion. In my opinion, if somebody was like, hey, in my fighting game, I'm going to drastically change the game every single season. Every season, whoever came on top in the season, we're going to make that character bottom tier. And the worst 5 characters, we're going to make them guaranteed top tier. Okay? That's a way to do it, I guess. You know, that's an interesting way of establishing your fighting game in terms of balancing. But then, wouldn't you think people would be complaining about specifically that? Like, with Yun and Yang, we had people complaining that Capcom is making them too strong, too obviously too strong, okay? And now you want the same effect to happen in Street Fighter 6? I can understand Capcom not wanting to go that route. I mean, Luke was considered really, really strong last season, right? But now he's barely played at all. Some characters may as well not exist. But you're always going to have characters that are weak. You're always going to end up, no matter how great the balancing is, there are going to be the bottom 5 characters. So you know, Chris J, there's nothing you can do about that, right? No matter how great the balancing is, bottom 5 characters will always exist. You know that, right? Because the moment you buff the bottom 5 characters, other characters are going to be the new bottom 5 characters. You know that, right? So what do you do about that? Purposely shuffling around characters by making changes that you know are not balanced, but just for variety, for tournament's sake, I don't know. I think I'm happier with the way Capcom is doing it. I mean, didn't Chakotay, who was it again? Chakotay win like a premier? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a premier event, right? We definitely had Lily winning a tournament last season. They can always change the bottom top 5 rather than just 3 to 4 being top tier for 3 to 4 seasons. Yeah, but the goal should not be, hey, let's make this character bad. I don't think the goal should ever be, in terms of balancing, hey, let's make this character really bad. Or hey, let's make this character really, really strong. I don't think people would be happy about that if you had an obvious top 5 choice. Like imagine Capcom releases a tier list themselves, like before they update the balancing, we get patch notes that say, hey, Lily was extremely bad, and Marisa and Jamie as well. We made sure those 3 characters are the top 3 characters in the next season. Would people actually want that? Like, Capcom basically forcing us to play certain characters because they made the balancing bad on purpose, instead of just trying to make everybody as close as possible in terms of balancing. I mean, look, I didn't make a single video this season talking about Ryu, okay? Just so you know that. I didn't talk about Ryu at all this season. Why? Well, normally I make videos like, how bad is Ryu in this season or that season, or how good is he now, right? And I can't make that video at the moment because I'm not sure. Because the balancing for Ryu is odd. He seems to be fine. Sometimes he seems to be struggling, but sometimes he seems to be really strong. So I have a hard time deciding how strong Ryu really is. And I think ultimately that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. You want a character, you want to be like, hey, I feel like I can do this with this character, you know? Why JP get buffed after a nerf? Probably because they saw in the statistics a significant drop that was too much. But because they have the stats on the match data. So if you change something and then all of a sudden that change makes a character drop too much, then you want to change that. But we don't know. It's just me speculating. What did they buff about JP again? Chris J, I think if they wanted to keep JP top tier, wouldn't they have kept his damage output the way it was in Season 1? They significantly nerfed him. They absolutely nerfed JP to the ground in the first round of patches after Capcom Cup. So now you're saying Capcom is purposely making this Capcom Cup so that JP wins? It makes no sense. They gave him a minor buff afterwards, but the significant nerfs were still in place. He was already unstoppable. You know that JP didn't win Capcom Cup last year when he was that broken, right? Capcom Cup isn't the only measure, but yet here you are, Chris J, complaining specifically about Capcom Cup that a JP player won. That was your main complaint today. But last year when JP was great, he did not win Capcom Cup. Where did actually JP end up being last year at Capcom Cup? Let me try to look up the Wikipedia page for that. Capcom Cup 10. Did we even have a single JP? I think we didn't have a single JP in the bracket, in the top 16 bracket. No, we didn't have a single JP there. Oh, DCQ played JP. Okay, DCQ played JP. Did he exclusively play JP? Nah, you're right. DCQ played JP. Do you know the results? Yes. Good to see you on TikTok. Broski doesn't play JP because he doesn't want $1 million. Because they buffed him after nerfing him. Who else has got that? Well, who else got nerfed as much as JP? Nobody. If I come to your house and rob you for $100,000, Chris J, and then I come back the next day and give you $1,000, and then like your neighbor is your neighbor gonna come to you and be like, who else is getting a random guy coming to my home giving me $1,000? I don't think your neighbor is gonna be complaining. Dumb analogy? No, it's not a dumb analogy. JP, by far, not even close, by far received the most significant, massive nerfs out of any of the characters. And now you're complaining that he also got a minor buff afterwards. So no, it's not a dumb analogy. It's exactly what I just said. You can't be complaining about buffs when you're ignoring that he's the most affected nerfed character after Season 1. But because he was the most buffed to begin with, you're saying he was the strongest character. We had one player last year at Capcom Cup in the top 16 bracket playing JP. One. I mean, JP was great and all, but saying that he was the most broken one character that was designed from Capcom to make everything else look really bad. And then you look at the stats, and those stats don't line up at all. Luke also got nerfs and then buffs, that's true. The JP buffs weren't even that good. He still isn't top 5, Chris. I gotta say, I also don't think that JP is top 5. Who's the best character? Who's currently the best character in the game? Maybe Bison. Who's the best character in the game, though? I still think Rashid is a phenomenal character. Akuma can beat any character with the toolset that he has, but I think he lacks consistency. Where is he? Exactly, Chris J. That's my point. Even if characters are strong, sometimes they don't end up being in the final brackets, right? That's my point. That's the whole point. You're suggesting that the balancing is so whack in Street Fighter 6 that like JP should be obviously nerfed to the ground and that other characters have no chance of winning. And fundamentally, I disagree with that. I think the balancing in Street Fighter 6 is not bad at all. And you can see that because characters are like pretty evenly played. I mean, sure, Capcom Cup ended up having a lot of Camis and Kens, but the final bracket was not mostly Kens and Camis. And the grand finals was very unusual. JP versus Ryu is not what you expect from the current version of Street Fighter to be the grand final set. Ken is always in finals. He wasn't in the finals today. And even if he was in the finals, he's a really popular character. And the top 2 character at Capcom Cup. So statistically, it was highly likely for that to happen. I disagree, though. I disagree with the idea that Capcom needs to make sure that certain characters will definitely be played and seen at tournaments. I think that would be really destructive to the whole idea that you're picking a character because you think the character fits your style or like this is your character, you know? If Capcom, I think I would find it incredibly lame if Capcom announced with every new season, hey, these are the bottom tier characters, the new ones, and these are the new top tier characters. And now, guys, good luck with the next Capcom Cup, because you should be focusing on those 5 characters, because last season, those 5 characters didn't get a lot of play time. That's incredibly lame. Ryu is always most played. Ryu is not most played. What are you talking about? Ryu is not most played when it comes to competitive play. Ryu is a very rare character to be played. Like, it doesn't matter if you have, like, most platinum players picking Ryu. That does not matter. If you don't have any competitive players playing Ryu, then you can't complain about a Ryu not making it in the grand finals of tournaments. Chris J, you're not making any sense. By that logic, Honda should be in every tournament. You know that in Rookie League, Zangief is the #1 character for both Modern and Classic? You know that Honda, in most ranks, is the top character? You're not making any sense. Just because in Gold League you have a character being the top dog and most played does not mean that that character needs to end up being shown at competitive play. There is no correlation whatsoever. was talking to King Explosion, it does not matter who you're talking to. If you're saying that if a character is played frequently overall, it means that the character also must show up at tournaments, that's wrong. You're building a correlation that does not exist. Jimmy, what do you think of the December patch last year, 2 weeks before Capcom Cup? I don't remember that. What do you mean? December patch last year, 2 weeks before Capcom Cup. Well, he said Ken is most played. I said Ken is most played at Capcom Cup. That is very significant difference, Chris J. I said Ken and Cammy were the top picks at Capcom Cup, so statistically, they're likely to show up throughout the tournament. I said that too, though, Chris J, and the point still matters. And if King Explosion said that Ken is most played, and because of that, then yeah, I'd agree. His point would be exactly as wrong. Just because a character is popular does not mean that the character is going to end up in competitive play. You really need me in Capcom Cup 12. I'm going to try to step up the playtime. Gotta step up the playtime, get a lot more comfortable, make more content, you know. Wish Jimmy was a character and I could play it with modern controls. I never said that. You guys are wild. Let me see. King Explosion said, Ken is the most played character in the game. Of course he's there. Which I disagree with, Chris J. Just to set the record straight. Then you said, Ryu is always most played, never in grand finals until tonight. So, that's correct. You answered King Explosion's wrong assessment that a popular character needs to show up at tournaments. But then you're still using that. Like, both of you are just discussing something that has no relevance. Just because a character, any character, is popular at any level does not mean they're going to show up in competitive play. It's almost never the case. And Ryu is definitely not popular for competitive play. So I think that's really important. Like, how popular is a character? Is Lily a popular character? Is she played frequently? So one of the problems why we're not seeing Lily, for example, is probably has to do with the amount of players playing her on high level as well. Like here and there, you see sometimes Lily players popping up and getting some results. You know, even in Germany we have Jäger, who's actually who's able to, I think, take one of the World Warrior events or get second place or something like that. So, but he's literally the only Lily player I know from this region. No, okay, Empty Sis also plays Lily. My bad. We have 2 Lily players. Okay, we have 2. Okay, in Germany we have 2. Jimmy, don't forget in 2009, how many followers did you have? Yeah. Jimmy, that's double. Oh, man. Yo, a Leaping Walrus, what's up, my man? It's been a while. In Street Fighter 5, wasn't Ryu the most popular character at one point, but nobody was playing him competitively? Yes. And that's normal. Ryu is always played a lot, but on lower level, not for competitive play. This is why I said just because a character is popular overall does not have any indication for competitive viability. If there are no top players who are picking up the character, then the character can't show up at tournaments, obviously. Yo, Toran, was geht bei dir? Why don't I see Manon pro players? I don't use Manon. I don't qualify for Capcom Cup with Manon. Random made an incredible run last year at Capcom Cup, the last chance qualifier, made it far into the bracket with Manon. It's possible to do it. Was für eine Diskussion. Ja, ne? Ömsen, was geht bei dir? Ja, ich bin immer noch ein bisschen krank. Aber so langsam aber sicher geht's bergauf. Okay, let's go.
Counts! The one that absolutely counts. He was. Should I even try to jump? Highlighting this particular match. He's had this type of experience with Hikaru, right? I don't know how often they got to play outside of Street Fighter League because they didn't get to
Hio versus Broski.
But I
Let's
imagine
go.
they had that one-on-one. They've had that time to theorycraft as well. But in your opinion,
yeah, wrong pictures again.
Tokido going up against this particular matchup is going to be different.
Well, Run Shoryuken plays a massive role in this matchup. It avoids the Nightshade Pulse, it can get past or with punish a Light Serpent Lash here, it can help out with certain things. So Broski has to be very attentive towards his spacing. But then when you get trapped in the corner as Aki, it is incredibly difficult to try and get out outside of that hop just there.
I think one of the things we talked about too prior to coming up on stage is that Broski could be a little bit more aggressive than most Akis have been in general with all four of them in the world, right? But so this type of different look is something Tokido might not be ready for. That poison is ticking down with back-to-back throws. You could have been able to snipe that, I think.
Gonna get the conversion here is Tokido. Can he sneak in another throw? Yes, he will. What's the choice gonna be from Broski? And he takes another grab. And I promise you, I am hoping his personal opinion on Ken doesn't get the better of him and psych him out here because, again, we talked about it. Drive Rush is an integral part of Aki's gameplay. Massive frame advantage. She's been going from strength to strength as a character. And he is one of the most intricate and optimal Akis we will see in this game's lifespan.
Oh, that is a beautiful call out against the Nightshade Pulse, knowing full well it wasn't going to be fast enough. Shippuden right, spinning that level 2 already. Tokido to the roundhouse. Yo, he just got clipped by the Standing Fierce right in the face.
This is a target combo conversion there, unfortunately. And does the Venomous Fang to get out? He tried to slip back in.
Oh. No way.
That looks like it was blocked. And there you have it. Dragon Lash Flame gonna close out the first game. Started the punish with a run into an overhead there.
Who won the million?
Kakaru. But that's actually a pretty good thing. But it shows you how locked in the Murderface is right now. He wants this on home turf.
Pink Pajama. Hi, Jimmy. Kakaru won the tournament. I should ban Pink Pajamas for that, right?
With the crouching roundhouse, so active with Broski.
Trying to spoil the results.
I feel like from that close, it's very, very difficult to call. Ooh. Yeah, punish counter, you do get the juggle into the whip.
It looks like Broski's going to be a little bit more stubborn, a little bit more obstinate with those throws, just to pile it on. And if Tokido keeps teching, there's going to be a lot of defensive conditioning that's going to be exploited later. Perfect parry. Can he get the grab? Yes, he will. Oh, neutral jump instead of a forward jump. I like that because he was probably going to get anti-aired, and Broski looked like he was ready for it. But this is going to be massive here for Tokido. Chases him down once again.
He knew it. He was willing to double up on that drive rush just to get that burnout against Broski. You can see him. He's getting that crouching roundhouse ready just in case.
Yo, Straw Hat Princess, what's up? Good to see you.
Level 1 behind it. Ooh.
Good discipline, good discipline. And he's going to close out the game there a little
bit. Big Bird was absolutely trash in Season 1 because he wouldn't drop low-tier Marisa.
With a punish counter drive impact, but he takes that round in game 2.
I definitely choked on my spit when I saw the roundhouse. I thought it was going to whiff.
I mean, he wasn't as successful, but even back then, top players would say both Angry Bird and Big Bird are incredibly strong. I don't really remember what the results were, but
he was still in that poison state. Safe jump, and now the barrage.
didn't Big Bird qualify for Capcom Cup though?
Luckily enough, it wasn't a Serpent Lash anti-air.
He wants roundhouse into level 3. That's what he's trying to check.
He won Red Bull Kumite with Marisa.
Into the claws of Yazi, and we're gonna get a 1-1 here at the scoreline in this best.
I'm learning right now. I need some background noises. What are you doing?
Up that magnum opus, Broski. 2 rounds straight.
To concentrate, you need background noises. Me having silly discussions with chat definitely helps. We talk about the trash shit Tokido is doing here. What is the trash shit that Tokido is doing here? He did qualify for Capcom Cup.
I think overall,
so let's get this straight. Okay, so a competitive player who won Red Bull Kumite, qualified for Capcom Cup, and the problem is that the character that he's using is trashed here, right? That's the problem that people see. Doesn't that just show that the balancing is really good? If you can make it work with Marisa, you can make it work with anything.
And also aesthetics.
Yeah, what? An amalgamation of Fang and Gil from Street Fighter 5. Some people love it.
Oh, get him out of there. And not too bad. Crouching heavy punch. Didn't have to suffer the mix afterwards too badly.
Dude, these guys, it's just battle of raw drive rush and who's more stubborn with it, because right now Tokido's got a substantial life lead here to work with. Drive rush again.
That's the first check we've seen from Broski.
Cool, and it caught, yo, that caught him in time? What?
To me, isn't Lily the weakest Shodo?
Yeah, that sharp angle doesn't catch.
When I read that, my brain literally freezes.
Tokido teching, that's what he really wanted there, Broski, and he didn't bite there, Tokido. One straight hit will do the trick.
Yep, got the Serpent Lash.
The Star University.
Look at the extra damage on top.
All right, gets a grab again. Tokido, what's the choice going to be?
I feel your pain.
And a good jump away.
Good luck with your studies, Straw Hat Princess.
Fireball, or was it preemptive? What do you think?
I think he was going to come in regardless because of just how aggressive and tense that situation was. But Tokido is making sure Broski is on his toes 9 times out of 10 in this set thus far. He's making sure Broski reacts to things as much as possible, make him alert and divert his attention from what he really wants to do.
Oy, Jesus, a barrage of damage going into Broski. Pretty close to getting burnt out as well. Extra damage on, oh no, I lied.
No anti-air.
What in the world just
What
happened?
was that?
Smoke 2. Anybody in the chat said they would have blocked that? Ain't no way.
That was like a 4-frame rollback delay from Broski's end. I'm actually not sure what he was expecting. Maybe he was expecting an NT jump to come and happen there, but he just got clipped. And he did a lot of.
If you knew Big Bird IRL, you wouldn't think that way.
But Tokido.
Suj, so you know him personally IRL. So what did I say? What did I say that made you say that? I can write and read 166 kanji by now. I don't even know the count of kanji that I knew back then. But unless you use them frequently, you're gonna forget about most of them. Jimmy, can you teach me coding? No need for that. You have ChatGPT. Apex said that one time. Was ist heute mit dem Chat los? Seltsam, oder? Nobody remembers the funny meme from Apex? What did you say? No, I actually don't remember that one. Can I coach you in Street Fighter 6? I can. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, okay? Oh man, he did it. That's okay, take it. god! He thought I'm gonna EXTP there. He went for every reset on this planet. Oh man, that was disgusting. Oh. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay guys, we're back, but I'll be stopping the stream in a bit, okay? I'm gonna take it a bit easy, as I said, and we'll just take a look at the matches next stream, probably tomorrow, and analyze Blaz. I have a lot to say about Blaz's gameplay. I think there's a lot to learn there, so I should probably dedicate some time into watching his matches, and especially when I'm feeling better as well. Quad-Ja-Kombo, Kaffeefilter, Kaffeemilch und Salami-Pizza. Perfekt, hört's gut an. Jimmy sees the real deal more often than his wife and kids.
Tokido 2-1 up in this set.
But let's finish this set, at least.
With a Nightshade Pulse. Oh yeah, Tokido's gonna throw him off now. Runs, drive rush into stand, light punch.
Oh, he is dancing. He is shimmying right in front of Broski as well. We're just hoping we don't get to have a big whiff punish against him, but Tokido, with how great he is with his control in the corner and the reads he's had on Broski thus far,
yes,
yeah, that's gonna be huge.
That was meticulous spacing there. Outside of the Light Serpent Rash range. I'm not sure if exactly that's what he was looking for, but hey, he got the punish, and he's locked Broski down in the corner before the positional advantage was switched up.
Oh, man! Is that the first one we've seen thus far from Tokido?
Hey, man, he's been unpredictable 9 times out of 10 in this match, Tokido, and Broski's trying to play catch-up here. Second best in most departments. Good block on the overhead. Punish, yeah, it's too close. It's way too close there. Nightshade Pulse.
Oh, that was a little bit awkward too. You saw the attempt. I wonder if standing roundhouse would have been a little bit more effective at that shallow range.
Who am I cheering for?
So. I think it was a dead zone.
You know the tournament's over, right?
Okay. There, but it's going to be match point here for Tokido. So Broski's going to have to pull a capybara, not a rabbit out of that. It's going to have to be a capybara out of that. And Anti-air with the Serpent Lash again. And another throw tech here. He's confident in his defensive choices against Aki Tokido. I'm really impressed with what I've been seeing.
Tokido really catching the timing upon Broski too with that throw. We love that perfect parry. Cool fade, extend the combo into the Serpent Lash, drive up on in there. Man, that overhead has not been effective against Tokido thus far, unfortunately.
He's got to condition him to block, but I'm not sure Broski's going to get another chance because of the delayed grab. Here we come. Here he comes. He can't tech. Broski has to be careful. Oh, no! And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Broski will be knocked out of the tournament, and Rejects on Tokido will advance deeper into the bracket. Another Japanese player stays alive in this tournament, and you can hear...
Okay, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for today. As I said, we'll be checking out the rest of the matches tomorrow. We'll be obviously talking a lot more about Blaz in the future as well. Wait, what? I have to take it easy, Prez. I'm gonna grab some food with the family and think about what Apex said to me, you know. Still thinking about the correlation of balancing and my channel not being so popular in 2009. You know, that's a deep one. I gotta analyze first. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We'll be back soon, full power by tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I hope to see you then. So yeah, hope you enjoyed Capcom Cup 11. Take care, and I'll see you soon.